Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian said today that Arch Manning will make his first career start this Saturday against Louisiana Monroe. Quinn Ewers still nursing an abdominal strain. UTSA head coach Jeff Traylor confirmed on his radio show that talks are taking place between UTSA and the Pac-12. Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy said today that C.D. Lamb and Trayvon Diggs limited in practice, but the injuries are not a high concern.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy Thursday.
Yeah.
He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix.
Happy Thursday.
It is it's a happy Thursday for most. Grumpy for one lady in our office.
Today has been very entertaining, I will tell you that.
Entertaining is a great way to put that.
Yes.
Entertaining for some, not entertaining for her. A rather bizarre story that I think, and I mean bizarre. And again, how much detail can you get into? But all of us with elderly parents or grandparents, it's one of those things that you hear about, and it always happens to somebody else. And
which is a good thing.
Yes, your grandma, not mine.
Yes.
And in this case, it is happening with somebody that is very close to her, that is older, and the scam part of life is getting in the way.
Well, allegedly, right?
Allegedly.
I mean, we don't know if this dude's a scam artist or not, do we? I mean,
well, we don't. And at the same time, I mean, if grandma wants to have a boyfriend and grandma decides she wants to do some things, is it granddaughter's place to say you can't do that?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily. I think granddaughter is okay with grandma, having some fun and doing some things. But
86, there's hope for us all.
Apparently, the dude is looking for something a little more.
Yeah, well, he's trying to move in and get married, and
right.
And
that's where the granddaughter's upset.
And the internet is a powerful thing.
It is. It is. And this person is very good at finding things.
Yes.
She is very good at it.
It's scary how good and how deep. We learned about things today that I didn't know existed.
Oh, my gosh.
There are things in this world that you might be involved in, and you realize nobody in the world knows about this but you and your circle of friends.
Circle is a good word for that. See, that's what used to call those things.
Well, apparently they still
apparently
do. There's clubs for that.
There's clubs.
Yes. Who knew?
Oh, my gosh.
Who knew?
And apparently there's a lot of them.
Yes.
Who is it? Yelp's got a top
10. However, if you have dealt with, a grandparent that, or a parent, find somebody trying to get married, and you realize that guy is just trying to get into your bank account, get into your will, get into your stuff. The scammy stuff. It ain't love. It's, there's ulterior motives, and you've had to deal with it. What's the quickest way you have been able to stop that without going to jail, of course? Although if you have, let us know those details too, because all this information would probably be helpful at this point.
Well, it would be helpful, and I think, but just I tell you what I learned today is I hope I never piss this person off.
Yeah, don't,
because I don't ever want to piss her off because she gets fired up and goes on the warpath.
Oh my goodness!
I don't ever want to get on her bad side. So
No.
I did learn that today.
Well, you knew that.
I flat out asked her. I said, "Well, look, is Grandma like this guy?" She goes, "She's smitten."
Go Granny.
Granny is smitten.
Go Granny.
Wow.
And at 86, guys, there's hope for you, man. There is hope. And that's the thing. She's not upset that Grandma wants to, what's the word Pity uses? No, I won't go there. But I mean those desires are still there at 86. That's not the problem. It's we're not letting this dude into our family.
Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've been told that sexually transmitted diseases among old folks' homes is very high.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, when my mother-in-law was in the nursing home dealing with Alzheimer's, there's a lot of stuff going on in there.
Yeah?
And I feel bad because they used to have to call my wife and say, yeah, your mother was caught doing, and they have to give a test every time.
Well, the good news
the bad news is eventually they start giving pills to the guys in there so things like that can't happen, which I think is cruel and unusual punishment.
Well, now, wait a minute. What do you mean?
They got opposite pills for that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they could.
I wouldn't think you would need opposite pills. Just hide the blue ones.
Well,
I think that would be enough.
I think the other ones take away the desire.
Oh, okay.
Not the functionality.
All right.
Which, again, cruel and unusual.
Yeah, well, at 80-some-odd years old.
Well, that's why I said let them have fun.
Well, I agree with that.
Stop, Jerry. I mean, come on.
See, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry knows. Stop.
His wife still looks happy.
Stop. Wow. She just looks at that large bank account every morning.
She does. And tells him not to buy big boats.
Yeah.
And he does it anyway.
He does it anyway.
But, yeah, it was an interesting day today. It really was. So,
yeah, well,
and this is a much younger man, by the way.
Is he?
Well, he's 6 years younger.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I heard that. I got that info.
Okay.
Grandma is 86, and this dude is 80. But this particular person went over to his house, put a bib on him. And
what?
Yeah, I heard all kinds of stories.
A bib was put on?
A bib made him some soup.
What?
That apparently wasn't hot enough.
What?
Yes.
You heard more details than I did.
I heard all of this.
I know. It sounds like a guy that just wants somebody to take care of him and get into the will. And with
sounds like it.
With Texas laws, I've learned a lot of things today. It might say in your will, this goes to this person. But if taxes on that, say, piece of land get paid out of a joint bank account, then by law, that guy, he's eligible. There's a term for that. I already forgot what it was. Learned that today.
Yeah. So quite the education today. And it was very entertaining. Very entertaining.
It was for us, not necessarily for the person that's having to deal with all this.
Well, she is fired up. That's for sure.
She loves drama, though. This is right up her alley. I mean, she's going to put that big W up when this is all said and done. She won't take a loss here. I feel bad for Grandma, other people in the family. I feel bad for this dude. We'll call him Bob. I feel bad for Bob. Let's just make up a name. Bob, you are Bob. SOL. Let's go with 3 other letters. You are SOL, my friend. B-O-B is SOL.
Wow. Yeah, I would not want to get on this person's bad side. So I learned that today, and I'm going to do everything in my power never to be on her bad side.
And that's the other thing. We know, I mean, you've got 5 daughters. I've got a daughter. She's got a bunch of friends. Girls are vicious.
Yes.
Girls are vicious. They will Instagram stalk, internet stalk. They will find everything out about you, your ex-girlfriends, and their ex-people. I mean, it's amazing they can find all that in 6 minutes, right? It's nuts how quickly information can be found on the internet if you know where to look.
And can be used, apparently, to blackmail people.
Oh, there's that, too.
Right? And
there's that, too.
To get money that is owed to you.
We heard another story.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, today has been a cheese-made kind of day here at the Radio Ranch. I mean, there are things I learned today that I did not know existed. There are things, and you know, I like to think most people are good people, and you realize they're not, but they do crappy things to good people. And then good people can turn into do crappy things back to get their money back.
Especially the elderly, right? I mean,
yes.
It happens, and then you find out that some people are into some pretty kinky stuff. Yeah, I mean, you know,
you have no idea.
No idea.
No idea.
And apparently a lot of other people are, because there's actually clubs for said kinky stuff. And I mean,
Those
there's a
watching
lot
on
of 'em.
YouTube, do not pay attention to what Joe was just doing with his hands. If you're watching on our
What?
YouTube channel,
was I
please do
doing?
not pay attention to what Joe was just doing with his hands.
I have no clue what I was doing,
Uh-huh.
but I wasn't like skiing. Or what was the term?
Skiing on the
Ski.
skin slope.
This. I learned that term today. I had never heard it.
Have you heard that term
I
before?
had never heard that term
Pledge,
before.
have you heard that term before? Pledge, of course.
Of
Pledge
course,
has heard that term.
heard that term. So,
Doubles.
see, there are things that. So I guess you can slalom or you can have two poles. Either way, I
Apparently.
mean,
Do you know the difference, sir?
one is one, two is two.
I don't know if you understand the term slalom. Then,
Well, I know what slalom is,
Yeah,
but,
but
so
don't
you
you-
can
don't
have
you-
one pole or two.
well,
That's
don't you have to have two poles when you're doing a slalom or whatever it's called? I'm not a skier. I have no idea.
Well, I'm not a snow skier.
Yeah.
Water's-
I don't.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad there's not a camera on Pledge right now because his hand motions there were just ridiculous. I don't even know if what you just did is humanly possible. Although I just watched you do it, which is kind of freaky.
Yeah. And look, hey, whatever you're into, you're into. Who am I to judge, right? I mean, I'm not.
Stop, Shannon Sharp.
Doesn't matter. You know, Shannon Sharp, by the way, is getting a lot of mileage out of that tape.
Dude,
now.
I swear, at this point, I think it was a total bit because he's now doing commercials for a product that would help the guy going after the 86-year-old grandma. All of a sudden, he's got an endorsement deal just like that, in which he mentioned during that video. That was all set up. We were all
I think
fooled.
so.
Yeah.
I think so. Well, there's some things that help you in life and some that hurt you. It's like the Hawk Tua girl. I mean, she didn't have any clue that what she said was going to make her rich. Now she's rich and famous, and same with Shannon Sharp.
Well, he was
probably had
already
no clue.
rich and famous,
Well,
but
yeah,
I mean, everybody with money wants to make more money.
of course.
And some people just kind of trip into it because they're drunk on Broadway in Nashville. Put a
Well,
microphone in somebody's face, you never know what's going to happen.
I tell you, it's quite the education today.
Today's been a day.
It has been a day.
It's been a day.
And it was a very entertaining day. And I wish we could say more, but we like our job.
We do.
So-
we need an after-hour show where we can
We
get into
do,
detail.
yeah.
Although,
Internet show.
even then, Alexander on YouTube says men love to gossip just as much as women.
Alexander, you're right. I think men are worse.
To a degree, I don't know. I mean, once the conversation starts going, sure. But like the conversation that we were having today with this person would not have happened if it were a guy. But if you get a lady involved, we're all in. Especially when the lady is talking like she's in the locker room. That's I think the difference.
Well, this particular person
yes,
is used to that.
Yes, absolutely. You can't work here and not.
No,
right?
of course not.
But if you've dealt with, in all seriousness, somebody older in your family, grandma, your parents, whatever, with somebody trying to scam like what we're dealing with, because it is serious. At the end of the day, while today was entertaining as hell, it's a very serious issue in this family that they've got to figure out to protect the family.
For at least this one person. I don't know if the rest of the family feels the same way. Did you get that part of the story? Is the rest of the family as irritated
Yes.
as this one particular
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so everybody is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, everybody but Grandma is pissed.
Okay, Grandma's smitten.
Yes, because Grandma is smitten.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Hey, I'm all for Grandma. Now, I don't want her to get hurt, though. I don't want her to get hurt by some sleazeball.
Oh, but go have all the fun you want,
But
Grandma.
yeah, I want Grandma to have some fun. Just be nice.
Just don't get married, Grandma.
Yeah, there's no reason to do that.
Yeah.
No reason.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, make soup
Well,
and put on bibs.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
And you can do that too. I mean, whatever.
a joke I was about to make, I probably shouldn't.
Well, I think you should.
I can't.
If it's clean, do it.
I don't know that it is.
And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think.
That wasn't where I was going, Pledge.
Who the hell was that?
More about falsies than anything else. I'll let your imagination run wild.
Okay.
Micah Parsons says it's a prove-it game. Pledge just figured out that joke.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Wow. Didn't know you were into gummy bears either.
Well,
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? Let's talk about what Micah Parsons had to say before we get in trouble here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
First, let's talk about Stevens Roofing, because I've been talking about Stevens Roofing for a long time now. Love talking about Stevens Roofing because, well, they're a family-owned company, a locally owned company, and you know as well as I do, your roof covers your home, it covers your family. You want a reliable roofer you can trust. That is Stevens Roofing. And it doesn't matter. Stevens Roofing can do any kind of project. You got a commercial project that needs a new roof? Do it. They can handle a commercial project. Of course, they do residential as well. You want a metal roof on your home? They can do metal roofs as well. They're licensed by the city of San Antonio. Estimates are always free when you give them a call at 210-785-0994. And you, like me and everybody else, we're looking to save a little money these days. If you've been thinking about going solar, well, guess what? Stevens Roofing can help you out there as well. Solar panels are increasingly affordable. They can save you money on your monthly utility bills. They'll often increase the value of your home, and there are even options to keep the lights on if the grid goes down. That's important these days. Stevens has a team of certified experts who will deliver solar solutions tailored to your specific needs. So for roofing or for solar, call the local company that's been trusted for decades. Call Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994. Stevens Roofing has your family covered. Call them. Do it today. 210-785-0994.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Monday, September 30th at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Fall Golf Classic, benefiting San Antonio sports, is presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chungla. Sponsored in part by Jim Beam, PPL Motorhomes, Flight by Yingling, Tomalitos Mexican Restaurant. The Fall Golf Classic happening Monday, September 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Make the Break Room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. The brand new Break Room has 17 TVs, brand new pool tables, dartboards, and even a putting green outside to enjoy while watching the games and hanging with friends. And the kitchen is always open during games. More than your average neighborhood bar, check out the Break Room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the Break Room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events. The Break Room, 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
With Progressive, you get more than savings. You get access to us through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, Jamie. Giving me all these ways to stay in touch so I have no excuse not to. Well, you're in luck, because this guy's in the market for a new BFF.
Actually, all our customers can contact us this way.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just kidding.
But I am always up for Taco Pizza!
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Is this house a good price compared to others in the area? Are prices going up or down? If I don't make an offer right this very moment, will I miss my chance? These are just some of the questions a home buyer might ask. And these are the sorts of questions an agent who is a realtor can help answer. Because realtors have the expertise, data, and access to specialty training to help you navigate the process of buying a home. They provide support, guidance, and have your back every step of the way. That's what realtors do, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies take on the Bowling Green Falcons, presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. What are we down to? 4 or 5 teams left for the golf tournament?
I think he said, 4 teams left, I think.
Get signed up, sasportsstar.com. So the couple singles that we had, they're gone. I don't know if he's locked out booking his singles at this point, to be honest. But get registered.
So.
You just get your foursomes together.
Foursome together.
Reinagel guaranteed us great weather about a month and a half ago.
That's right.
And as you look at the 10-day forecast, according to Joe's phone, it's going to be like 90 degrees and
sunny skies.
And sunny. The weather's going to be perfect.
Of course it is.
And I realize a lot of people do wait until the last minute or a week or so out to look at a 10-day forecast just to make sure, because last year it was cold and kind of nasty.
Yes, it was.
And I get that. By next Monday, you already know the weather's going to be fine. You know what else is perfect on this? Cowboys play on Thursday, so your Sunday is kind of free, and you won't be hungover Monday. Well, not because of the Cowboys anyway. Go play golf with us. 9 o'clock shotgun start. Olympia Hills is in great shape. It's going to be a great time. Our golf tournament benefiting San Antonio Sports as they celebrate their 40th anniversary, brought to you by the Lofts of Jesse Hernandez, Flight by Yingling, and, of course, Jim Beam.
And, dude, even if you are hungover, who cares? You come out and just get drunk again.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
When you start drinking again, hair of the dog, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Sure.
Go with it?
Of course.
All right.
You know our listeners, the people that play in this golf tournament, you think they're not going to drink on Sunday? Because there is other NFL action taking place. You can enjoy somebody else's team instead of watching the Cowboys get blasted.
Hey.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
We got the Giants.
Oh. Ooh,
although
boy, that'll be a scary game.
I mean, Cowboys, I'm not worried about next Thursday's game. I'm worried about this game.
Yes.
And more worried about my star linebacker, Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons questioned the effort of his teammates and him, for that matter. He didn't throw anybody under the bus. He said all 11 of us. which to me, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt that he was looking for a term that sounded good in like leadership or whatever. But when you tell me as a pro athlete that you didn't give maximum effort, that is something that should anger everybody out there. We had Jeff Traylor on last Monday, or this Monday. We asked him about that. What did Jeff Traylor say? The worst thing you can hear as a coach.
Yes,
when
absolutely.
You hear, it's one thing if you miss an assignment, if you made a bad read, if you just messed up, but effort is the one thing you can control. And so if you didn't give max effort, it's there. And then yesterday, Micah Parsons talking, and, just the way he said some things. Not everybody wants it the way he does. I just, if you got 11 guys out there that don't want it, you got to get rid of those guys. You have to get rid of those guys.
Well, you do, but the Cowboys don't have a lot of choices now, right? I mean, their depth is not that great on that defensive side or offensive side for that matter. Look, they just got to play better. These guys are getting paid. They're professionals. You go out and you play and you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. But look, I kind of agree with Micah. I mean, and the coaches can say what they want to say, but I mean, I kind of agree with him. When you watch that game, certainly didn't look like there was max effort going on either side of the football.
There wasn't, and the all-22 is pretty damn telling. And, a guy they put on the injured list yesterday because of a wrist, there's too many videos of him not giving max effort. So, I don't know, maybe he's just been put in timeout. But you look at Baltimore coming in, I don't know, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Micah Parsons says it's a prove-it game.
Yeah, I think the mentality is to bounce back, stop this run, and, show people that, you can't stop the run. I think it's definitely a prove-it game when you get a game like this back-to-back.
It is a prove-it game. I think that's a great way to put it. And look, I don't agree with Micah and some of the things he says very often, but it is a prove-it game. The Cowboys' defense was embarrassed last weekend. They were simply embarrassed. And if they've got any pride at all, they're going to come out and play better this Sunday.
Well, it's September. This is game number 3. But when you look at the 0-2 Ravens and the Cowboys coming off an embarrassing home loss, I can't call it a must-win game. So is a prove-it game for both teams? Because you can't call it must-win. But
you can't do that.
But it feels like a must-win game for September. Both of these teams desperately need a win to feel like they're going to save their season. I think prove-it game, because it's not must-win by definition or Joe's head will explode.
Exactly.
But it does have that feel to it, right? So how do you stop Lamar and Derrick Henry?
Toughness. Step up. It ain't no other choice. Derrick Henry going to come downhill whether or not Sunday night, so it's not like a matter of, are you going to stop it? It's just you going to do it or not, I know I'm ready for the matchup. I know some other guys in the matchup, but, it's just all going to come down to Sunday if you're going to live up to that or not.
Another true statement, right? I mean, we can talk all we want to, and Micah can say everything he wants to, but it comes down to Sunday. Look, the Ravens, I think, and when you look at it, although the Cowboys' schedule is pretty difficult over the next, 4 or 5 games, but the Ravens certainly don't want to go 0-3. I just believe they're going to be a desperate football team coming in here. The question is, and I questioned it before the season began. I did not have any belief in the Baltimore Ravens that they were going to be as good as they were last year. Now, whether that proves to be true or not, I don't know. I don't think their secondary has been trash over the first 2 games. I mean, when you got Gardner Minshew looking like the second coming of Tom Brady, for goodness sake, it's been trash. So I don't know how good the Ravens are. And maybe they do start the season 0-3. But the Cowboys need to respond. They're at home. And certainly the fans deserve a hell of a lot better effort than they saw last week.
Yeah, effort, toughness. And I thought it was interesting that Emmitt Smith was on Up and Adams with Kay Adams today. Now, Emmitt Smith on this show and on many other shows, I mean, he wears his cowboy fandom, his cowboy pride on his sleeve. And when things aren't going well, it is very much on display. He was asked about how the Cowboys get their pride back.
We got to get back to the basics. Run fit. We got to run fit. and defense have to stay in the gaps. You cannot open up run lanes like you did last week against the Saints. I mean, you absolutely got to do exactly what coaches have taught you to do. In Zimmer's scheme, if you're supposed to be in a gap, you need to be in that gap. And if you're not in that gap, you're going to create running lanes that you've seen the Saints just run through last week. And you don't want that to happen this week with Derrick Henry, because secondary guys do not want to tackle Derrick Henry by themselves. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah. There's no truer statement there. If I'm a secondary guy, I see Derrick Henry running at me, yeah, it's Olay, baby.
Well, I mean, I think Donovan Wilson wouldn't mind coming up and making a hit. That number 7 guy, he ain't going to hit Derrick Henry. There's no way Diggs is going to hit number 7. Ain't no way. I mean, we saw him just kind of escort Kamara out of bounds a couple of times, but he's not coming up and laying a big hit on Derrick Henry.
No, he's not. But one of the things that Emmitt said today, though, on Kay Adams' show that really surprised me, he said that he's not concerned about the running game.
I don't have a concern. I mean, my concern is the commitment to doing it and doing it on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest concern. And getting somebody down the field, having somebody come out and run a 4-2, blow the top of the defense wide open, go down the field a little bit more. We didn't do hardly any of that this past week. We tried a couple times. We probably got 1 or 2 of those completions, but we need some more explosive plays down the field.
No question. But I'm surprised that he's not concerned about the running game. He just says they need to run it more.
They probably do, but again, run it more. Will that open up plays downfield? Can the offensive line protect long enough for those plays downfield to develop? And do you have anybody that can actually get down there? I don't know if you saw the get-up this morning with Greeny, but they had Mel Kiper on, and I guess Kiper said something on a podcast they recorded yesterday, and Kiper's head exploded like Joe Reinagel's on a topic that I didn't realize was a topic, but after watching it this morning, is there something to it? You know, Mel Kiper thinks the too high safety look needs to go away because it keeps offenses from getting those big plays downfield. Everything is underneath, and that's changed the game.
Well, Mel Kiper, that's just dumb on the face of it because, think about it. Everything is to the offense now.
Yes.
Everything is to the offense. So you're going to take that away from the defense as well?
We like touchdowns. We want big plays. Defenses have figured out a way to keep that from happening, and there's people like Kiper that don't like it. I watched that this morning thinking, well, this is stupid, but, he's kind of right. And,
he's not right.
He's not wrong. Look, offensive coordinators have to figure out something else.
Well, you might as well tie one hand behind every defensive player's back. Let's do that.
They've already done that. We need to get that second hand tied behind their back.
And maybe tie their legs together as well. So we'll have games at 100-93. Why not? That's just dumb. All right, let the defense have something. They'll throw flags on them for pass interference. They'll figure out a way.
That's what you're hoping for.
Well,
or a holding penalty.
They'll figure out a way.
Anything else. But, we talk about no big plays downfield. There is a reason for that because of the too high safety look. It takes a lot of those plays away, especially when you only have one real playmaker that you can double cover.
Well, Kiper ought to stick to the draft, okay? He's good at it. Stick to that. Don't worry about what the defense is doing, Mel.
Wow.
Fix your hair. It's out of place.
His hair is never out of place.
Well, it was today.
Just like yours. I love how Reinagel, you're an idiot, man. Stay in your lane because I disagree with you. But if you agreed with him, you'd call him brilliant, which you've actually done before.
Well, when he says something
that you agree with,
worthy of it,
when you agree, you're brilliant.
That's just dumb on the face. Take away the two. Come on. Let the defense have something.
Why?
Why?
When was the last time?
I happen to like defense. I don't know. I like defense.
Since when?
I like defense.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah, you bitch about low-scoring, boring games.
No, I don't bitch about that.
You bitch about everything else. I think you probably do.
Well, I may have once or twice. Who knows? I don't know. But and I may bitch about it again. However, on today, what is today? September 19th. It's a Thursday. Today,
the day that ends in Y.
I like the too high safety.
Yeah.
Mel Kiper's an idiot. I love you, Mel.
I can tell.
I love you.
Jeff Traylor says there is real conversations being had about moving to the Pac-12. Let's talk about that coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, but we got an NFL game tonight, the Jets and the Patriots. It's the home opener for the Jets, and right now, I just checked BetUS.com. The Jets are a 6-point favorite in that game. That's come down from 6.5, so that will tell you that some folks like the Patriots, but who do you like? That's the question. Well, you can put a little money on that. Put your money where your mouth is. Go to BetUS.com, and they've got a great deal for you right now, a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. You heard me right. 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. That is simply unheard of, but that's what BetUS.com does. Look, I've been using BetUS.com for about 3 years now. I love it. Easy to make a deposit, easy to make a bet, and better yet, it's really easy to get paid. They pay on time, and they do it very well. Sometimes I get paid, yeah, but it happens, right? When I do, I get my money very quickly. You can do the same thing. Look, BetUS.com offers everything that you want. Competitive odds, parlays, live betting, odds boost, props betting. All of that stuff is there at BetUS.com. Look, they've even got casino games that you can play if you want to do that, and there are bonuses for that as well. Look, why don't you get started today? Get some action on tonight's NFL game. It'll make it that much more fun. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com, or if you'd rather give them a call, you can do that as well. 1-800-MY-BET-US. It's 1-800-MY-BET-US. BetUS. It's where the game begins.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Get here early. Mike McCarthy will be here at 6:45.
Who took away the win in Thursday Night Football, and who's going to win this weekend? It's a Football Friday, a football extravaganza right here on the Morning Huddle.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas, exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at TSAOG.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
The UTSA Roadrunners are back home in the Alamo Dome this Saturday against Houston Christian. It's the UTSA Roadrunners Hispanic Heritage Game and Salute to First Responders Game. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join the fun as we cheer on our UTSA Roadrunners to victory. Tickets start at just $21. It's our UTSA Roadrunners hosting the Houston Christian Huskies this Saturday in the Dome. Kickoff is at 2:30. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football. It's more than a game. It's an experience.
Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS. Follow all the action and stream your live local NFL on CBS game every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship. Sign up, sign in, and start streaming Paramount Plus today.
Is your vehicle stopping like it should? Does it squeal or grind when you brake? Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. What's on? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. It's Thursday. That means we're going to judge meat here in a little while and give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. So
I've already been judging meat.
You have. And that has nothing to do with what we got going on at sasportstar.com. If you've done some grilling, make sure you upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page. You know, last week, our winner did the... drawing a blank just as soon as I started to say
lollipops.
that. The lollipop chicken legs.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we were talking about it, and, you know, I've never done it. I've seen it. It's not complicated to do, maybe a little bit time-consuming doing the chicken lollipops, but it looks good. Well,
it does.
Old Matt Pittman from Meat Church, he dropped a video yesterday how he did them. It looks fantastic, and now I feel like I got to go do it. Everybody, it's kind of like the party ribs. I was like, I'm not sure about that, but so many people are doing it. I'll try it. Man, those were good.
Oh, you already tried it. You already
the party
did
ribs?
It.
Yeah.
Oh, the ribs.
The
I thought you meant the lollipops.
No, I'll do the lollipop chicken.
All right.
It just seems like a lot of work, but the end result is, you know, about the same as a regular chicken leg, but the presentation is different.
Yeah, this looks different. All the meat's up there in one bite, kind of.
Yeah. You're not doing that in one bite, sir.
Well,
maybe if you
never
did it
know.
That's how rumors get started, Reinagel.
You can take it to the clubs you looked at today.
If you you look at, maybe if you did like the little drums, like the little, you might be able to do that in one bite,
okay.
but not a full size chicken leg.
I'm going to do a tri-tip this weekend.
Are you really?
I am.
Nice.
Yeah. I may even have some left over for pledge on Monday.
Don't tease that kid.
I might.
You say that now, you forget everything.
Well, I got a good buddy of mine that high school friend. He and his wife are coming in on Saturday, and I think I'm going to make a tri-tip.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
How about that?
Nice. Well, I'm going to the UTSA game that kicks off at 2:30. What time's that tri-tip going to be ready?
Probably after the game. You're more than welcome.
All right, good.
Yeah. Now, by the time you get there, I don't know what kind of shape I'll be in, but you
I'm coming from the tailgates. I don't know what kind of shape I'm going to be in. I just put the Uber to your house instead of mine.
There you go. And walk home.
It's
a little bit of a walk.
I would Uber.
Yeah.
I mean, it's across the street, but I'd Uber.
A little bit of a walk.
A little bit of a walk. So, this Pac-12 story with UTSA feels like there's a lot more fire than just smoke, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire, because every day there's another article about what the Pac-12 is trying to do. Now, initially, for the most part, right now, I'm still against the idea of the Pac-12 moving, or the UTSA Roadrunners moving to the Pac-12, but not as firm as I was last week when they announced they had poached the top 4 teams in the Mountain West, and it was still very much a West conference, because I think that would be a bad idea. But what I'm seeing now from what the Pac-12 may be planning is they want to be the best non-Power 4 conference out there. They want to take over where the American is now as the top of the group of bunch and make it more of a nationwide conference, not just the Pacific. Even though they've got the Pac-12 name, don't get hung up on that. Let's just call it the Home Depot Conference. It doesn't matter. McDonald's, just throw a name on there, because they are talking about getting schools in Texas. And I've seen UTSA, Texas State, North Texas as potential targets, Tulane, Memphis, South Florida, which would give them across the country, but all the different time zones, which would help with a new TV deal, which apparently even the likes of TNT could be involved. Now that they're losing the NBA, they want to stay in sports because everybody wants to be a part of sports. Could TNT be involved? And that would make it a much more attractive TV package.
Well, it would have to be. But look, what I love about this little battle going on between the AAC and the Pac-12, if it comes to fruition, it's going to be good for UTSA either way, whether they go to the Pac-12 or whether they stay put, because I have to believe that the AAC is not just going to let the Pac-12 or whatever they're calling it come in and raid all of their teams, because, look, then they would be the Pac-12, and they would have to start over. So I don't imagine
They'd be the Mountain West.
I don't imagine that they're going to give up some of these teams without a fight. Now, the article that is out today that really has a lot of fire to it, Tulane and Memphis are both a little bit skeptical, according to that article, and they're not quite buying what the Pac-12 is selling right now. Now, that could change, obviously, but as of now, they're a little bit skeptical.
Article in The Athletic, and they might be skeptical, and part of that, too, is they make a little bit more money than the other teams of the American because they've been there longer. Now, there is a range of dollars that the American pays out. I don't know exactly what UTSA is getting as a part of their current TV deal. We asked, and we were told you got to file an Open Records Request Act. So it could be months before they respond.
Yes.
I just wanted a number today because there's a range that they get. I don't want to throw a number out there that's inaccurate, but let's say everything that they are talking about with the Pac-12 is more than what they currently are getting from the American. The other part of that is the Pac-12 has a war chest of about $250 million. And a lot of that money, about $43 million, according to The Athletic, is earmarked to pay the Mountain West teams and their exit fees that they've got to pay. And this big war chest is because all the teams that left the Pac-12 had to leave some money. The Athletic, and I'll just read this line in the article. Sources familiar with the league's thinking hope to land somewhere between $10 and $15 million per school per year. Other sources call that number premature and say it depends on who else joins. That number would be up from the Mountain West estimated $6 million annual per school payouts from TV and the AAC's $7 million for original members like Memphis and Tulane, though recent AAC additions like UTSA make less than that. So UTSA, according to this, makes less than $7 million. They're trying to get the Pac-12, this new TV deal, somewhere between $10 and $15 million. And again, if they're able to get these other schools, because right now, almost like what Larry Coker did 13 years ago, this new reimagined Pac-12, they're selling a vision. They don't have a TV contract. They've got a plan. You know, we heard the other night, and everybody laughed at it, concepts of a plan. But that's what UTSA is, or that's what the Pac-12 has right now, is the concepts of a plan. But it had to be good enough with some info on a TV contract to get the 4 schools from the Pac-12 or the Mountain West to say yes, and to have all these others interested, including UTSA. We heard that last night from UTSA head coach Jeff Traylor on the Jeff Traylor radio show.
Well, Dr. Campos is more privy to that information than I am, but her and I have talked quite a bit the last few days about that. And obviously, we're committed to the league we're in, and we're very grateful for the AAC, but we have to listen to people that want to talk to us. And I just think it has to make sense for us. Obviously, geographically, it might not be as aligned as the AAC is, but financially, what does that look like for us? We're a program that's only been playing ball for 13 years. Most of our limitations are strictly just that. We have a booster base that's very loyal. They help us. There's just not a lot of us because we haven't been around very long. Mm-hmm. So it's the same people always having to do the most. And if you have the ability to go somewhere that can expedite the growth of a 13-year program, you've got to listen to it. So what does that look like for us? The details, one, she'd kill me if I said it, but two, she's got to be the one to decide that. And obviously President Amy, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Right.
And I'm just not for sure what that looks like exactly yet, but I do know that that is a real conversation that's happening as we speak.
All right, so that is a real conversation happening as we speak. Nate Ryan from Channel 5 posted that video. Adam Rittenberg from ESPN quote tweeted Nate Ryan and said, "Rarely do we hear from coaches on the possibility of realignment and the reasons for a potential move while the process is ongoing." Interesting comments here from Jeff Traylor.
Well, they're interesting, but the fact that he's transparent enough to say, look, talks are happening. And I appreciate that because you had to figure that they are. And to me, all he's saying is, look, if it's a better deal, then we've got to be in for it. But right now we don't know if it's a better deal or not. And I think that's the thing. But as it sits right now, the AAC has already said they were at, I think, the Tulane game, according to this article. And it's just rumors at this point. But they're not going to let these teams leave without a fight. Now, if it's a better TV deal, and I find it kind of hard to imagine that. What TV deal would it be? Why would the Pac-12 get a better deal than the AAC, which it doesn't have a good deal right now? But why would a TV, ESPN, TNT, whatever, Amazon, Apple, whomever, why would they invest money in the Pac-12 with those teams and not in the AAC?
Well, TNT can't because they have a deal with ESPN, and TNT trying to get into the sports world with losing the NBA, maybe that's why. But it does make it, in my mind, more attractive aligning with the Pac-12. Again, not calling them a Power 5 conference or anything like that, but if they are to secure teams in major markets across all the time zones, unlike the old Pac-12 where everything in San Antonio kicked off at 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10:30 in the East, because they truly was West Coast, Mountain West, depending on the time change with the Arizona schools. But if you're able to get a South Florida, if you're able to get a couple of teams in Texas, then you can have divisions with real rivals. You've got a Memphis if they're able to get Memphis. If you get a Tulane, what we're hearing today makes a lot more sense for UTSA to be interested in doing than it did a week ago when it was the 4 Mountain West schools that got plucked. As they try to grow, just don't get hung up on the name Pac-12 and think all West Coast, because that's not what this new conference would be if what we're hearing plays out the way that it's being presented right now.
Well, and don't get all caught up in the fact that it's the Pac-12, because the Pac-12 is not the Pac-12 that we know. And
it's no longer the Conference of Champions.
It's no longer that. And so that's what everybody's got to pump the brakes a little bit, I think, here. I really believe that. And again, I appreciate Jeff Traylor saying, look, we got to take a look at it for sure. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be a better deal for UTSA, not to mention the fact that we're just talking about football at this point in time. We got to talk about all the sports.
Sure.
And you got to talk about a basketball team that's going to have to travel to the West Coast a few times, or a volleyball team that's going to have to travel to South Florida and other places. I mean, so you're talking, does the more money involved, does it make it worth the added expenses that it's going to take for all the sports, not just football? For football, it may make perfect sense. For baseball, it may not.
Well, I look at where they are in the American, and to me, it's all about how much money are they going to get, because it feels like these conferences are about lateral, although the goal for this new reimagined Pac-12 is to be the best of the non-power four, which currently I think the American is in. You look at travel, you look at where they're going now, I don't know how much more added expense, because it's all West Coast. I mean, you talk about a trip to Florida, there's a couple of Florida schools in the American now. You know, the trip to Memphis is already on the books. You look at Army, you look at Navy that's in there. Air Force could be in play as well, but I would imagine the extra money, it's all got to make more sense. And I don't necessarily know, listening to those comments from Jeff Traylor, you can't be left behind. Real conversations are happening. At the end of the day, bottom line, is there more money coming guaranteed to UTSA from this new reimagined conference than what they are currently getting from the American? It's all about the money. You can't be left behind. And if it's significant, then you've got to look at it.
But you have to, and that's what he said, and I appreciate the fact that he's transparent with that. And yes, of course you do. You take a look at it, and you see if it's a better deal, or do you think something bigger and better is coming down the line 2 years from now? Is there a possibility to get into a Power 5 conference, and would this deter that possibility? All kinds of things that Lisa Compost has got to look at and make sure that it makes sense for the UTSA Roadrunners.
But for Coach Traylor to answer that question, one, there's a reason he let that much out there. What is that reason? Because the Pac-12 is moving very fast. They want to move very fast in reestablishing themselves. Why did Jeff Traylor let that out yesterday the way he did? There's got to be a good reason for it. We'll find out. Speaking of UTSA, they've got Houston Christian on Saturday afternoon in the Alamo Dome. We got a pair of tickets we're going to give away right now. You want to go see UTSA on us? Easy to do. Be caller number 9, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 9, you win a pair of tickets to go see UTSA. These are good tickets in the Dome Saturday, 2:30 kickoff, tailgating around 10. Although, whenever you decide to show up, if you don't win the tickets, buy them. Go UTSA.com. When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available to you for both residential and commercial needs. I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my house. They've added extra outlets in the garage, put up a big old spotlight over one of the grills outside, had them add dimmer lights in the living room. They do fantastic work and have for over 3 decades. The family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. They've got the right service at the right price. Never a service charge, always free estimates. Hill Electric. Call them 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or hill-electric.com.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the Baltimore Ravens at home.
I like this kind of party!
Pre-game starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. I'm one of 5 million active members. I play every day because you know why? It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports because I get to use my knowledge and apply it to win some serious money. And as a player, they invented FlexPay, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if your pick don't hit. You can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with just a simple 4 correct picks. It is that easy to play. You can have fun. It's simple. It's a great playing experience, and you can use your knowledge. How well is Tyreek Hill going to do this week? How is Dak Prescott going to play? If you know, you go play. It's Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code Alamo and get $50 instantly when you play. That's code Alamo on Prize Picks. You get $50 instantly when you play just 5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game.
With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. From high-octane tournaments or lively cash games, the Big Blind has a game for everyone, including blackjack tournaments. From the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, the Big Blind is locally owned and operated, offering daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com. The Big Blind at 281 and Redland Road.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
The Gomez Law Firm has been helping injured victims in car and trucking accidents for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. Jose, if someone finds themselves faced with the stress of an accident, what next?
Well, the first thing they should do is pick up the phone, call the Gomez Law Firm, or Google joegomezlaw.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is the leader in personal injury law. If you have been in an accident, you need a firm that will fight for you and your family's rights.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years.
The Gomez Law Firm fights for you against the big insurance companies and wins. Tell us about some other cases you represent.
Really, anything that involves a personal injury and a third party that is responsible for causing that injury, we will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have found yourself faced with a personal injury matter, if you've been in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then it's important to call the Gomez Law Firm today. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Arch Manning's going to make his first career start this Saturday against Louisiana Monroe. Steve Sarkisian said that today. Quinn Ewers still nursing that abdominal strain. NFL has fined Saints quarterback Derek Carr $14,000 for a touchdown celebration against the Dallas Cowboys that mimicked Michael Jackson's dance, including the customary crotch grab. And Joe Mixon and Damian Pierce for the Texans did not practice today.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo
17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on YouTube. Subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. You want to explain in further detail the touchdown celebration that cost Derek Carr $14,000?
Well, everybody knows the Michael Jackson Dave. He's always grabbing his crotch, right?
I don't think he does it that way.
Well, whatever.
No, can you do that on National Pirate Day in pirate voice?
Arr. Arr.
That sounds more like a clutch than a grab, sir.
Whatever. But we all saw it. Derek Carr scored a touchdown,
Sure.
and he did the little Michael Jackson dance, kind of mimicked like he was grabbing himself. And
He didn't mimic.
Well, the NFL didn't like that for some reason, which is so stupid.
It really is.
Just let the guys have some fun, for goodness sake.
Grab your crotch and
Grab
join
it.
a local club. You can do all kinds of things.
It's not like just during regular play, you don't see players out there scratching and grabbing and doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, come on.
What?
You heard me.
Uh-huh. I always thought Michael Jackson was more famous for the moonwalk than the crotch grab.
Well, he always, just look at any video of Michael Jackson. He's always grabbing himself.
Sure.
Always.
Sure.
So, I mean, and I'm not mad at him for it. He do whatever he wants.
$14,000.
$14,000. I'm sure Derek Carr's just fine with that.
He's fine. He knew he was going to get fined as soon as he did that.
Surprised he didn't do it a couple more times.
Well,
I mean, they just scored again.
He does it when he scores,
Oh,
not when
okay.
his teammates score. Stop.
Well, he ought to do it.
Stop. Well,
Do it
maybe he
again.
does. He's just not on TV when that's happening.
there you
Because
go.
you're watching Alvin Kamara celebrate.
Exactly.
There's a difference.
What Pirate voice? It's like Pirate Day or something?
Apparently, it's National Pirate Day.
It's National Pirate Day.
Yes.
Arr.
Give me an Irish pirate, Joe.
I don't know if I can, if my brain be stealing my Lucky Charms.
Oh, that was Scooby-Doo.
Bro. Okay.
Yeah, that's bad. So you can't do a good pirate day?
That's all I got is arr. I don't know how else a pirate talks.
Pledge, what all do we've got tickets to give away. We've got more UTSA tickets to give away. Do we have Midland tickets or anything else? We do. They're not on my list. Are they? Are they?
Yes.
Where?
Right there.
Where? Where's right there?
Right there.
What time?
At 4 o'clock.
Oh, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it says right there, the
How about
Get Lucky Tour.
Yeah.
We might have to have somebody do some good pirate talk.
How come?
To win tickets today.
What is it about today? We got Grabbing Crotch, we got the Get Lucky Tour, and we got a person that works here talking about Grandma getting crazy.
Well, she's not getting crazy. Grandma's getting lucky.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And apparently the family's not happy. Well, they're okay that Grandma's getting lucky at 86 years old. Go Grandma.
Hey, Grandma.
Problem is, dude's trying to get married and move in, and that dude apparently has really nothing to his name and is trying to work his way into access. The hell is this, Fletch? What are we playing here?
It's Daft Punk's Get Lucky.
It's who?
Daft Punk's Get Lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one of those days today. It's a good Thursday where it's...
Do we have any talented people that could take Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer and include Bob?
Bob?
We're just going to call this guy Bob.
Bob.
Rewrite that song. Because Grandma.
Get lucky.
Grandma.
Yeah. Well, Grandma's...
A lot of people out there, and maybe that's part of it. There's a lot of people in this family that jealous that Grandma's a little bit more active.
Well, now, wait a minute. You don't know the activity
I have no idea, but it sounded jealousy. And to a degree. There's protective mother hen like, dude, you can't get married. Grandma go, do your thing.
Yes. I have no problem with that. But if somebody's trying to scam her at the same time, that's a problem. Because I was told Grandma is smitten with Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. Grandpa left us 3 years ago. They were married for a long time. It's been a long time, I'm guessing, that it's been for Grandma to get hit on. So that would obviously have her smitten. And I say that, I mean, Grandma might have gotten hit on, but, she was married.
You never know.
Yeah.
I'm sure she did. I mean, I'm sure Grandma is very approachable.
One of the YouTube commenters talking about the Golden Bachelorette. Is that a thing?
It is.
Is there a show for...
Well, I don't think it's for 80-year-olds, but it's, 50 plus.
So an 86-year-old bachelorette can't jump on there?
Well, I would think so. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't know. I don't know the rules.
I mean, you made it sound like not for grandmas, just 50 plus.
Well, I mean,
like age discrimination on the Golden Bachelorette.
I don't know the rules. I don't watch the Bachelorette
or the Golden Bachelorette.
or not.
Yeah,
but I don't know the rules. I'm sure if Grandma applied, they would take that under advisement.
So I get an idea, and I have no idea on this, to be honest. The Golden Bachelorette. If you've spent a recent Friday night at Pix, you're eligible to go on that show.
So I could be the Golden Bachelor. Is that what you're telling me?
You and your magical hair. You'd be a
first
hit.
Of all, I'm not a bachelor, first
You're
of all.
not,
but secondly...
But you keep talking, you might be. Again.
No
you
kidding.
could be again.
Wow.
Although, as we told you the last time, meaning with Maggie, this is your last one. You know that.
Absolutely.
You can't screw this one up.
I'm not going to screw this up.
No.
I figure I'm 1-1. All right?
1-1?
I'm 1-1.
Third time's a charm.
Well, it's not that. It's just I screwed up one.
Uh-huh.
The other one was...
Careful.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, but you were married a long time.
Oh, okay.
We tried telling you for a long time.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, you finally got it right.
Okay. Yes, I did. There's no question.
You're not screwing this one up.
No, I'm not.
So you can't be on the Golden Bachelor show.
No, I can't.
Wow, David Macias, the scammer wants Grandma's booty on National Pirate Day.
And when he says booty, what's he talking about?
National Pirate Day. He's trying to get Grandma's money.
Oh.
It's exactly what it is.
And her booty.
Yeah. Can't talk about Grandma that way.
Well,
she's 86.
Well, and apparently
busy.
Smitten.
Yeah.
I just don't want to irritate the person whose this grandmother is, because I saw her on the warpath, and I don't want any part of that.
No.
No.
You don't want any part of that.
I do not.
I feel bad for this guy. We're going to just call him Bob. Bob, things aren't going to end well for you, man.
Probably.
In a variety of ways. I have no idea.
Dude,
I told this person, I just don't want to see you on the 10 o'clock news.
Although
the story will be incredible.
They're making soup and tying bibs. So I'm just saying.
Careful.
Well, it's true. That's what I was told.
I didn't hear the bib conversation.
I did.
I'm just glad you added in that soup was involved.
I just did. Well, the bib was first, and then the soup came, and apparently it wasn't hot enough.
So Bob was bitching that the soup wasn't hot enough?
That's
Who
what
the hell has soup at this time of year? August, September is not soup weather.
I don't know.
Although when you don't have teeth, I guess it works.
Oh, I don't know whether Bob has teeth or not. I have no clue.
Is that what you call it when you get over 65? Making soup now?
Making soup, I guess. I don't know. Not there quite yet, Pledge.
I see where you went there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that might freak this person out if she realizes soup is code word for old people sex.
No. Now, wait
a
second. Let me explain.
I mean, it wasn't hot enough? I think Pledge is onto something here. Making soup is code word for old people sex.
Now, wait a second.
And it wasn't hot enough for Mr. Bob. Is that where you're going, Pledge?
That's exactly where my head was at.
Well, so y'all have this wrong because you don't have all the facts. It wasn't Grandma making the soup. It was the granddaughter.
Who
made the soup and tied the bib.
Oh. Well, this just went to a whole different level.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it couldn't mean that.
So this person made soup for Bob, and he was mad.
It wasn't hot enough.
The person I'm thinking of that was talking to us?
Yes.
She made this guy soup?
She made the soup.
And this guy had the gall to bitch that it wasn't hot enough?
Yes.
Oh, wow. And he's still alive?
He's still alive.
Wow.
And she tied the bib. So I don't.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
So
I did not know that part.
So see, with that, I just made.
But I like where you were going with Pledge. That sounded a whole lot better until I realized this person was involved. Now it's just gross.
Yeah.
To think that you wouldn't be involved in some.
I just love
group
your
home
"and he's
activity
still
like
alive" comment.
Huh?
I just love your "and he's still alive"
Well,
comment.
he may not be
soon. Don't
Soon.
say that, just in case.
Oh,
we hear about.
Well, maybe that's why she was making the soup.
Oh, it wasn't hot enough.
Yeah.
She tied a bib. Yet this guy's still able to get busy with grandma.
Well, apparently he had a John Travolta white suit on, and he didn't want to spill the soup on the white suit.
Wow, so he's a sexy scammer.
I suppose. I'm just telling you. I'm just going by what I heard.
We totally missed Headline Blitz.
Well,
but there's some good stories in Headline Blitz, almost as good as this. Let's do that coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
First, I got to tell you, I just got my bet in for tonight's game. It's
you've been worried about this for 2 days now.
I have, and I didn't have the stones to do it yesterday, and I should have, but I did today. I took the New England Patriots plus the 6 points. You can do that too if you think the Patriots are for real or the Jets going to explode tonight. That's what they have on BetUS.com. Jets are -6 tonight. Look, you need to go to BetUS.com. It is the only sportsbook that I use, and it is so simple to make a deposit or collect your money when you win, like I plan on doing after tonight's game. It's very simple, and right now, if you're a first-timer over there and you sign up, you get a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. That's unheard of. 125% bonus on your first 3 deposit. And BetUS simply offers things that other sports books don't offer. They give you gambler's insurance. If you're into crypto and you want to make a deposit that way, they'll give you a bonus for that. Plus, they have casino bonuses. That's right, they do have casino games at BetUS.com. Competitive odds, parlays, live betting, odds boost, props betting, they've got it all. It doesn't matter what you want to do. You can do it at BetUS.com. Why don't you go and get signed up right now so you're ready for tonight's game? BetUS.com. Or if you don't want to do it that way, you can give them a call at 1-800-MY-BET-US. 1-800-MY-BET-US. BetUS. It's where the game begins.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Monday, September 30th at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Fall Golf Classic, benefiting San Antonio sports, is presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chungla. Sponsored in part by Jim Beam, PPL Motorhomes, Flight by Yingling, Tomalitos Mexican Restaurant. The Fall Golf Classic, happening Monday, September 30th. Sign up now at SASportsStar.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 9238 North Loop 1604 West in Bandera Road in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, September 29th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas, exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
The UTSA Roadrunners are back home in the Alamo Dome this Saturday against Houston Christian. It's the UTSA Roadrunners Hispanic Heritage Game and Salute to First Responders Game. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join the fun as we cheer on our UTSA Roadrunners to victory. Tickets start at just $21. It's our UTSA Roadrunners hosting the Houston Christian Huskies this Saturday in the Dome. Kickoff is at 2:30. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football. It's more than a game. It's an experience.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies take on the Bowling Green Falcons, presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Don't forget, we got Thursday night football tonight. Jets, Patriots. Listen to it here. After extra innings with Pledge. Starts at 6:30, brought to you by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on YouTube. Subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. You know, we got into a whole grandma and all that and getting scammed. One of the people that works in our office having to deal with that. So we totally missed the headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
And sometimes if we miss headline Blitz, we just move on. But Big Boy Scott gets mad when he doesn't hear himself.
I know it.
There are some good stories today, like what's wrong with some people?
I don't know.
Honestly. Dan Campbell.
This is Jim Rome. Join me weekdays at noon.
Speaking of that.
Dude, Jim, your time is done. Normally it's Andrew Monaco that interrupts. I don't know why Jim is doing that.
Well, he did, and that's okay. Oh, that's a great idea, Jim.
Not really.
Not really, no.
Dan Campbell's had to move because they lose last week. His address gets leaked online, and people go to his house and are threatening him and his family.
Isn't that ridiculous? He said especially after the Lions lose. So I don't know what's the matter with people, honestly. It's ridiculous. It's a football game. I know we all get passionate about it, but, you know, to threaten somebody, so he's going to sell us. Apparently he's got it's like a –
it's already sold.
Well, according to the article, it's like 2 acres, right? So it's a big place, but people hanging around doing crazy stuff.
If you're from the Detroit area, this might make sense to you, but Bloomfield Township is where he used to live, and he had to call the police department because he was getting harassed after they lost after the 49ers in the championship game. And then again, apparently this week, he said, quote, "That home is beautiful. It's just the people figured out where we lived when we lost." So apparently the team helped him sell the house. It sold pretty quickly, and he's found a more secure home. It's insane.
It is insane. But it ties into the next story, too. And no matter how you feel about Will Levis, I mean, this dude, after a couple of boneheaded plays, he's getting texts and stuff. Somebody found out his phone number and doing the same thing to this guy. Look, I'm a little pissed at Will Levis at the moment, too, for his boneheaded plays. His coach is, too. His coach may have been one of the guys that texted him. Like, what the hell are you thinking?
His coach just calls him out in the media.
He called him out on the sidelines, and it was like, what the F are you thinking or doing or whatever he said. But, I mean, come on. You know, I don't know what's wrong with people. They sit around and do stuff like that that just is ridiculous.
The idea that numbers, and I realize people can get your number and they can call you, and they could text you and harass you. And for pro athletes, they deal with that and change their number a lot. I think I've got like 6 different numbers on my phone for Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
And it's weird because someone's like, "Yeah, I got a new number. Don't delete the old one because it's still good. I'm just not going to use that phone for a while." And so, they go through that, and they have to keep up with that kind of stuff. But going to your home, making threats like that, that's just over the line. It's bad enough when you're on the keyboard with no profile picture, or, you're commenting and you don't use your real name. You've got an alias name, which I think is always chicken bleep.
Yes.
Be who you are, use your name. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, James Pledger, when you have, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say be a man because it could be a woman, but
could be. Put
your name on it if you're going to make comments that are negative. Have the stones to actually do that. But it's one thing if you're doing that on Twitter, Facebook, social media. It's another when you're going to somebody's house or calling somebody's phone where you could text them just to harass them. That's crossing the line.
I totally agree with that. And again, I know sports fans are passionate and we get crazy with stuff, but to harass these people, especially at their home and their family involved, is just not good.
No, and again, though, the part of the price that comes with fame and celebrity is you lose a lot of privacy. But there is that line that you have to draw. And going home or somebody's family, say what you want about me, but leave the family out of it. They had nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
And that's how most people. I'm sure Dan Campbell, don't say what you want to me, but don't bother my wife if she's out in the yard or at the grocery store. And that's true for, I know a lot of high school coaches here, their wives, they sit by themselves in the stands because of what's being said in the stands by people at the game, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
It is brutal. It comes with the territory, though. Home, phone number, that should be off limit. That should almost be a criminal offense that jail time would be or should be involved in. Same with not just football players, but actors, actresses, singers.
Sure.
There's got to be that.
Radio people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
The number of times we get accosted at HEB.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's
brutal. No idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's those Dak Prescott lovers. Joe, what are you thinking?
Well, that's the fun part, the people that, all the snarky comments, then you run into them at a UTSA game and they want a picture.
Exactly.
Right? And let's have a beer and have good. Most of the time, they're pretty good.
People are great.
Most of the time, they're pretty good. Kind of like the guy you used to bitch a lot about, Joe Reinagel. Malik Willis.
Yeah. Yeah.
The former Tennessee Titans quarterback that you were in love with for about 8 minutes.
Well, not really.
For about 8 minutes. You were excited.
No, I never understood the draft pick anyway.
Yeah, but it was just somebody different for you to be mad at than what you currently have.
Perhaps.
In Ryan Tannehill.
But he goes back to Tennessee this week because he's a member of the Green Bay Packers. Now, I don't know if he's going to play. Jordan Love apparently looking pretty good and was at practice on a limited basis today. I would assume Malik's going to play. So, going back to Nashville, Tennessee.
No hard feelings, though.
No, I could care less, bro. No, I think I got paid the whole time I was there, bro. I'm more than blessed for the opportunity they've given me, and they brought me into this league, whether those guys are there or not. That organization, they took a shot on me, Miss Amy, and they did a great job by me, all I'm concerned.
That's a classy move. Yep. I got to give Malik Willis a lot of credit for that because that's a classy move. I got paid. They brought me into the league. I got no hard feelings. And look, most football players know that the NFL is a business. You may be with one team one day, another team the next. It's a business. That's the way it goes. Props to you, Malik Willis. I'm a big fan.
That's the way you answer a question.
That's exactly right.
And that's there. Kind of like the Louisiana Monroe coach. His name is Ernest Hill. I am a fan of Ernest Hill. I didn't know who Ernest Hill was until about, 12:30 today, to be honest with you. But hearing Coach Hill talk about this week's game against Texas, pledge just pick a cut. They're all gold. Let's go with number 2, the upset chances for Louisiana Monroe this week.
It is. Somebody get upset every week. And it's been year after year, I can't remember, but I don't think a number 1 team has done that. But who knows? We are in a world that, things happen, and people would never say, never thought that would happen. But, again, we got to prepare. It doesn't matter, what people say. Texas, they know they playing, against a mediocre Group of 5 team. Let's be honest. They're not going to prepare like they normally do. That's why we are, and we're going to try to go and do our best and, just see where the chips fall.
I love that guy. Don't you love that guy? Texas, they're going to take us lightly. You know that. They're not going to prepare like they do. And, hey, ask Notre Dame, right? I mean, they probably didn't think that they were going to get beat that day. Look, Louisiana Monroe's not going to beat this team, and they're not even going to scare them. Arch Manning's going to make his first start. Be all kinds of quarterback controversy after this game. After Arch lights him up for about 60.
I think the only thing he has on Manning is he has played more games. And, Manning, he's been raised to be a quarterback. His uncle, both his uncles, been, very successful. So he's been taught the right way. He's been, at every quarterback camp. He's at Texas. Again, he's at Texas for a reason, and it's an opportunity for him to actually start a game and, see what he can do. And, but, again, we actually have some kids on our team that played against him in New Orleans, and, a couple of guys, done beat him already. So they don't hold too much fear against him. So, they're not going to hold any fear against him, coming up either. So, we're just going to prepare. And, if you play, he plays, but we don't think he's going to play. But, Manning, he'll be ready to go, and it'll be fun playing against somebody like that with a name like that.
How about that?
Yeah, just go out and enjoy it.
Have fun.
That's it.
Exactly. They're going to get paid.
Yeah.
A lot of money, I'm sure, right? $1 million plus. So they'll have a good time. And you just go, he's got nothing to lose. That's why I love his attitude. They got nothing to lose. Nobody's expecting them to even compete. They go out there and just, scare them in the first quarter. That's a win for Louisiana Monroe.
Dude, it's just going to be like you said, just go out there and have fun. I mean, that's all you can do. And when you think about where you're going to watch that game on Saturday, the games tonight, there's college games, of course, the Jets and the Patriots. Go watch at the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. There is no better place in San Antonio to go watch any big game, any big fight than at the Roo Pub. They've got those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around. No matter where you're going to sit inside the Roo Pub, you're going to see a game. And the game is going to be on. And for UT fans, that's where you want to go watch games. They are the Longhorn headquarters. And when you get into the Roo Pub, go hungry. About 15 different burgers on the menu. They got the biggest, the best wings in town. I love their fried shrimp. They've got great appetizers. Pledge tells me the salads there are wonderful. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So when you need that late night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. Happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Get here early. Mike McCarthy will be here at 6:45.
Who took away the win in Thursday Night Football, and who's going to win this weekend? It's a Football Friday, a football extravaganza right here on the Morning Huddle.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Olympia Hills has renovated all 18 greens to enhance your golfing experience. Book your tee time now to experience the all-new Olympia Hills. Come and enjoy the dramatic elevation changes and a layout that has been strategically designed for your enjoyment. Rediscover one of the premier golf courses in the greater San Antonio area, complete with a top-tier golf practice facility, a full-length driving range, and a 10,000 square foot short game area. Book your tee time now at OlympiaHillsGolf.com. That's OlympiaHillsGolf.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Time is of the essence with COVID-19. Prescription oral treatment must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Learn more at treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Testosterone plays a significant role in regulating fat metabolism and distribution in the body. It also helps to reduce serious health risks down the line. I'm Manny with Rock's Discount Vitamins, and we carry the highest quality natural testosterone boosters on the market. It immediately provides you with more energy, increased libido, increased metabolism, and improves your mood. With 11 San Antonio area locations, find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. That's rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for all the support.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS. Follow all the action and stream your live local NFL on CBS game every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship. Sign up, sign in, and start streaming Paramount Plus today.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Andrew Monaco, and the Aggies play here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, a San Antonio Sports Star. You hear a big promo voice guy talking about Thursday night football tonight. Jets, Patriots. Listen to it here, brought to you by Flight by Yingling, but also make sure you get to sasportstar.com and get your picks in for this week's Pro Football Pick'em Challenge. Weekly winners get that $25 gift card to the Mellow Mushroom. At the end of the year, the grand prize winner locally, $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets.
Wow, that's a hell of a prize. I'd like to win that.
I'd
I'd like to win Mellow Mushroom.
You're not eligible for either, and I've seen your picks. I don't know if it matters.
Well, it's early, dude. Come on. It's early. It's early. Well, it's like tonight I got a dilemma, right? Because I picked the Jets to win, but not to cover.
Okay.
So I like the Patriots plus the points. I think it's going to be a 3-point game. Very low-scoring affair.
Low-scoring affair.
Low-scoring affair tonight. That's my prediction. Two good defenses.
Sunday's going to be interesting. Can't really call this a must-win game because, well, it's September.
And it's
but
not.
It feels like a must-win game for both teams. To keep their seasons on track, it's a must-win game. We can change the definition. No playoff implications, obviously, but Baltimore starting 0-3, they've got to have a must-win mentality. Same with the Cowboys. You get embarrassed at home, you got another home game, it feels like a must-win game for the Cowboys. Micah Parsons, though, he didn't use the term must-win. He used the term it's a prove-it game.
Yeah, I think the mentality is to bounce back, stop this run, and, show people that, you can stop the run. I think it's definitely a prove-it game when you get a game like this back-to-back.
Hey, I agree with him. I mean, look, that Cowboy defense was embarrassed last Sunday. I mean, there's no other way to put it. And if you're a member of that defensive squad, I hope you went home and I hope you're embarrassed and I hope you're hearing all the noise from the media because it was embarrassing.
Yeah. Now, it's 3:41. Stephen Jones will join us in about an hour from right now. Tomorrow morning, Mike McCarthy will be on the Morning Huddle with Rob and AJ, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. I'm curious how both respond to Micah Parsons' comments this week. Now, last year, a lot of people had issues with things that Micah Parsons said on his podcast because he threw everybody under the bus but himself. He talks about trying to be a more vocal leader this year, and I think he's trying to say all the right things, but at the same time, I don't know that he is. Honestly, you think about Monday, he talked about lack of effort all the way around. He didn't talk about his teammates, he said us. So there's the maturity side of it, but the worst thing you could say to a guy is lack of effort, because that's the one thing you can control. Mike Zimmer tried to say, no, it wasn't effort. The effort was there. Well, yesterday, he talked about not everybody wants it the same level that he does.
Yeah, man. At some point, all 11 got to have the same mindset, and that's just toughness, right? You talk about who you want to be and all this other stuff, but you got to go out there and be it. And it can't just be one guy. It can't be two guys. It's all 11 guys. It takes everyone because I affect the linebackers affect the DBs. So if we all aren't synchronized and, one group's getting effed up, then another group's going to get effed up. It's a synchronized change. So at the end of the day, it's all about toughness and having mentality like I'm going to dominate the man in front of me, and not all 11 had that last week.
What, all 11? Hey, just look in the mirror. You were MIA, Mr. Parsons. You didn't do anything either. Nobody on that defense did anything. Look, and if Micah, who was out there, on the field thinks that the effort wasn't there, I'm going to trust Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
The effort wasn't there. I mean, he's just calling it like he sees it. Now, if they want him to shut up and not say that kind of stuff, that's one thing. But I don't think the effort was there. The game I watched, I didn't see a lot of effort on the defensive side of the ball.
But what an indictment to the group, and then they come back later in the week. And, man, it feels like he must have heard that in a meeting, like synchronized effort. That sounds good. That's a buzzword, because they all have to be on the same page. Synchronized effort from all 11 out there, and everybody has to want it.
Maybe he's a fan of synchronized swimming. Who knows?
No.
It could be.
I think he's trying through the media to call out teammates. I think honestly, he is trying to call out teammates through the media. Because clearly there is somebody on that defense that doesn't give a damn. They're there for a paycheck. They're not giving maximum effort. They're not on the same page. This feels like it should be a behind closed doors kind of conversations. I'm not ready for, do we have to have players-only meetings? Because if you're having a players-only meeting in September, your season is done. But it feels that way. This almost feels like Mike has gone through some media training over the offseason. He's trying to be more of a leader. His podcast is not what it was last year that a lot of people had problems with outside of that building and maybe inside of that building with some comments. This almost feels like a direct message through the media to some of his teammates.
Well, okay. It should be a direct message to everybody, including himself. I mean, Micah Parsons is not above reproach here.
Sure.
And for anybody that watched that game that thinks Micah Parsons was the only guy on that defense that was trying and playing hard, I mean, I don't know what game you were watching because they handled Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons was a no-show. I mean, as a leader, he needs to do something. Derek Carr had all day to throw the football. Micah Parsons was never around. DeMarcus Lawrence was never around. So I think he's just saying, look, all of us have to play better. All of us have to play better. Because there's nobody on that defense that played worth a damn on Sunday. So I just think he means, look, everybody's got to do their job. Everybody's got to come to play. And I'm not sure that he's calling out anybody because nobody played well, including number 11.
I don't know. He calls out effort and says all 11 have to want it the same.
Sure.
That's telling me there's somebody that doesn't want it or more than one that don't want it at the same level. And, of course, you get embarrassed like that. You got to bounce back. How tough is that going to be?
I think I'll find it tougher if, people don't step up. I think that's the tougher to, like, damn, like, this is the mentality, this is the movement of this team. So to me, it's like a approval weekend. And I'm not just, not putting anything on any of my teammates. I'm saying myself included. Like, I need to step up. We all need to step up. Like, it would hurt me more if we all didn't step up. We all played down to that standard again. Because that just tells me we're not moving in the direction that we should be moving.
And there again, I think he's calling out everybody, including himself. I can't, and the only guy that I can think of, and because I saw video of him, is on the IR now.
Yeah, Phillips.
So he's out. He was the only guy I thought that, you could point to that was just being an idiot. I almost said something else.
Yeah.
It was just being an idiot. So, look, but I think Micah, he just said himself, everybody's got to play better. Everybody's got to be on the same page. I don't know. I'd love to talk to Micah and ask him that question. Is there somebody there that's not? Because he was part of that problem. He was not part of the solution. And, it irritates me sometimes, a Cowboy fan, want to take up for guys like Micah Parsons. Micah, he's beyond reproach. No, he's not. Micah sometimes doesn't show up when the bright lights come on either, just like his quarterback and just like a lot of other people on that football team. So I'm sick of people defending Micah Parsons like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's not. He needs to show up in the big moments just like everybody else.
We criticize Dak Prescott for not getting it done in the playoffs. And when you're the quarterback making that kind of money, that criticism is going to come your way when there is a playoff failure. Green Bay, he was not good, but nobody was good. The other day, the offense scored points in the first half. They moved. They just settled for field goals instead of getting into the end zone. That defense got whipped last week. That was a game where you really can't put that one on the quarterback, and if you do, you know it's a stretch, and you're just trying to be a Dak hater when you go there. But in that same breath, I will say that was where the defense was weak. You needed Dak Prescott to go win a game for you, and he couldn't get that done. He didn't lift this team. But you talk about Micah Parsons, and he is that great of a player. The idea of what he is and how talented he is, but as a defensive player, teams know they can scheme and put 2 or 3 guys in and eliminate him. Nobody else was stepping up. Now, you look at effort. I saw DeMarcus Lawrence on some film playing great. Other guys weren't. That's the concern, and I think that's where Micah, trying to be the team leader, probably has said these things in the locker room and is now trying to say it in the media to create that story, create that storyline that you know is a part of what they're talking about on ESPN, on this show, probably on Dallas radio shows, because those guys are going to hear it. You're right, look in the mirror, but at the same time, this Micah Parsons, I don't know if it's good or bad, because I don't ever like to hear effort being called out, but if you want it, other guys have to want it. There just seems to be consistent messaging coming from Micah Parsons, and that's a Mike McCarthy, do we call it culture issue, or a Stephen Jones, did you guys go get the right guys for this locker room?
That's a legit question, but my retort to that, I don't care how many guys are on Micah Parsons. You think T.J. Watt doesn't have multiple guys blocking him every game?
Sure.
He still manages to get to the quarterback. How about J.J. Watt? Same thing. He did it. Nick Bosa, he gets to the quarterback. I'm sure he's not being single blocked. I'm sick of that excuse. If you're as good as you want everybody to think you are, you got to get it done when you're getting the most attention, because the greats always get it done. And the fact that when he was Lawrence Taylor, please.
Well,
this guy couldn't even breathe the same air as Lawrence Taylor.
T.J. Watt, J.J. Watt, and everybody else you can name, nobody gets 2 or 3 or even a sack or half a sack in every game. Nobody.
They're all getting double-teamed or triple-teamed, every single one of them.
Sure.
Every one of them. And you've got to get it done. That's a poor excuse for Micah Parsons' inactivity this past weekend, or in the Green Bay game, for that matter.
The Green Bay game, but again, though, I mean, you throw out examples like those guys are always getting sacks in every game, and that's not accurate or true or fair either. I mean, they all get double teams. There's games, but you've got to find other ways to impact it if you're not getting to the quarterback. And, he didn't impact the game at all against New Orleans. That entire defense was just shredded, and he is a big part of that.
Exactly right. And so Micah deserves as much blame as everybody else. And I just see, people trying, Micah did his part. The other guys just didn't get to the gaps. I saw that on our YouTube channel earlier, and it's like, that's ridiculous. That's just totally ridiculous. Micah Parsons was as bad as everybody else, and he wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. You better start playing better. I mean, it's just that simple.
The injury report just got released. Emmitt Smith, DNP, practiced today. Status for the game still not known. He is the only DNP on the list. So Zach Martin was a full participant. So was DeMarcus Lawrence. A lot of vet guys had rest days yesterday. CeeDee Lamb limited in practice today with that ankle injury. Jake Ferguson limited as well.
I think Ferguson's going to play. CeeDee will play. Trayvon Diggs will play. All those guys that were limited today. I don't think there's any question. And my question is, are you really going to miss Emmitt Smith if he doesn't? He hasn't done anything when he's been in there.
That's still 300-plus pounds in the middle of the field you've got to figure out.
I'm sure they got another 300-pounder in there somewhere they can throw in. They can do as well as Mozzie did or has done.
Pleasure saying over there you're not wrong. And you're not, I got nothing. You're right. Hey, can I get a fat guy just to go wear a helmet?
Exactly.
Just stand there. When the other team takes the snap, just go like the walrus at SeaWorld waiting for a fish. Just kind of fall over on your side and take up space.
Exactly. Mozzie. Jeez.
Why do you hate Mozzie Smith?
Well, I don't hate him. I just wish he would show up for a game occasionally.
Well, he shows up. He just doesn't do anything.
That's a good point. He eats breakfast. He's got that down. He probably has a team meal after that. So I'm sure he's really good at that.
What are his halftime snacks, Joe?
Well, it's probably a lot. 3 double cheeseburgers?
3. It's a halftime snack.
Who knows? I always like a good hot dog at halftime.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little Frito pie.
Dude, you should book a flight and go to Atlanta this weekend. The hot dog's going to be free.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
We watch the dude.
Arthur Blank is such a nice guy. He's putting himself into his own team's Ring of Honor. And to celebrate, like free hot dogs and limit 2 at the game this week, and I believe a soda as well, right?
Yes.
How bad is it? I mean, as much crap as you like to give Jerry Jones.
Me?
Jerry Jones is in the Hall of Fame, but has not put himself into the Ring of Honor. Arthur Blank putting himself into the own Ring of Honor and giving away free hot dogs, man, that's rich. That is rich.
Hey, he owns the team. He can do what he wants.
Put yourself into the Ring of Honor. Kraft is trying to get into the Hall of Fame. Apparently mad that Jerry is in there. He has not put himself into the Ring of Honor.
Well, who would put Jerry in there?
Jerry?
Exactly.
Who's putting Arthur Blank in?
Arthur? Who else is going to put the owner in there?
That's what I mean. Like, Jerry, hey, Steven, I'm going to put you in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. I mean, seriously,
Daddy.
Jerry has not put himself in the Ring of Honor, but Arthur Blank's putting himself into the Falcons Ring of Honor and giving away free hot dogs.
There you go. And every fan is happy about that.
Well, free hot dogs.
Free hot dogs. As opposed to what, $10? What's a hot dog these days?
Well, at a Falcons game, it's like $2.
$2?
No, seriously.
Really?
Yeah, no, the Falcons are known for having inexpensive concession prices on certain items like $2 hot dogs.
Well, Blank should go in the Ring of Honor for that alone.
Just for that alone?
Yes.
Well, why don't we just name a concession stand after him?
Well, if he wants to do
seriously,
that, he can do that.
Put yourself into the Ring of Honor. You own the damn team. You own the team.
Yes.
I got a problem with that.
But who else is going to put you in, though? That's
you
the
go
problem.
in when you're dead.
When you're dead.
When you own the team. Hall of Fame is one thing, and I want everybody to have all the accolades they need while they're alive and they can enjoy it. When you own a team, putting yourself into the Ring of Honor just seems shallow.
How old is Arthur Blank?
Old.
Do we know? He's in his 70s probably?
He's old.
He's got to be younger than Jerry.
Well, I mean, most people are. But he's old. Ask Rob Thompson about his great Arthur Blank story. What do you 81? So he's the same age
age as Jerry.
Yeah.
He wants to enjoy it before he's gone.
He owns the Ring of Honor.
And he can put himself in.
Is it an honor when you give yourself? It's like going down to the trophy store and buying yourself a trophy that says, I'm the greatest.
Absolutely. You could do that.
Oh, you've done that, though.
Well, I've got several.
So no wonder you're all for
I've got several.
Yes. Joe gives himself the annual I'm the best Joe in my house award.
That's right. And I've earned it.
Was a rant I wasn't expecting. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. You need T-shirts made that say you're the greatest? You can do that at Sam. He'll get that done for you. You need your logo on a fishing shirt, a golf shirt. Sam's got it. Sam's got all the big name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, Nike, just to name a few. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from, all kinds of industries. And if you need caps made, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including all the popular cap brands like the Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike, Pacific Cap America. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. Sam is the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro. It's about a mile inside Loop 410, next to the Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Riding 281 with the Blitz. afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the Baltimore Ravens at home.
I like this kind of party!
Pregame starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the H-E-B, located in the Brooks Corner Shopping Center at 3323 Southeast Military Drive in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, September 28th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by H-E-B.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has very fast melts, cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
When you are just craving something salty and packs a crunch, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds is your crunch time decision. Game day just got a whole lot crunchier thanks to the powerhouse snack, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. We're talking about crispy, golden bites of pure awesomeness. Pork rinds are your MVP snack. And get this, they're low carb and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. Don't settle for ordinary on game day. Grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B today.
Howdy, Ags. Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, inviting you to watch all A&M games at the Angry Elephant at 281 and Redland Road. Owned by Chip Ingram, class of 98, the Angry Elephant is known for their liberal cocktails at conservative prices and the best hot dog in Texas. Since 2012, the Angry Elephant's been the place to watch A&M, and this year is no different. Just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Rue Pub at 281 and Redland Road. The Angry Elephant. Like your bar, love your Aggies. Gig 'em.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
George gets justice. In life's most challenging moments, getting the right help matters most if you've been injured. Get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. With a track record of success and a dedication to their clients, George gets justice. George Salinas Injury Lawyers is not just a law firm. They're your support system. Get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first, before driving through the car wash.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Monday, September 30th at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Fall Golf Classic, benefiting San Antonio sports, is presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chungla. Sponsored in part by Jim Beam, PPL Motorhomes, Flight by Yingling, Tomalitos Mexican Restaurant. The Fall Golf Classic, happening Monday, September 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Arch Manning's going to make his first career start this Saturday against Louisiana Monroe. Quinn Ewers still nursing that abdominal strain. UTSA head coach Jeff Traylor confirmed on his radio show that talks are taking place between UTSA and the Pac-12. Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy said today that C.D. Lamb and Trayvon Diggs limited in practice, but he says their injuries are not high of a concern.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 as San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Thursday, Talk Like a Pirate Day. NFL football tonight right here on 94.1. Pats and Jets brought to you by Flight by Yingling. Make sure you get to sasportstar.com. Get your picks in for the Pro Football Pick'em Challenge. Weekly winners get that $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom at the end of the year. The grand prize, $1,000 worth of tickets from A-Awesome Tickets. Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Arr.
Is that talking or is that just making noise?
Pirates say that.
Do they?
Arr.
Arr.
Sure they do.
Arr.
And their parrot goes, Polly want a cracker? So does that count?
All right. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. We have Midland tickets to give away.
Uh-oh.
Midland is a band, if you didn't know. We're not giving away the city. The tour is called the Get Lucky Tour. Saturday, November 2nd at the Boeing Center at Techport. This tour could also be named after a coworker's grandma who seems to be getting lucky, and there's people in the family not happy about it. The Get Lucky Tour. Does Midland have any songs? Well, I'll ask Joe. You're the country guy. Although you're the wrong country guy to ask.
Well, I like Midland, but I don't know the names of the songs.
All right. Anyway, if you're a fan of Midland.
I got a drinking problem, right? Drinking problem?
Well, yeah, this isn't that.
Oh, that's a song. It's not me.
It's both. It fits. If you want to win tickets, call now. 210-656-ESPN. Is there a Midland song title that would work with the dilemma that our coworker is dealing with Grandma, 86. Grandpa left us 3 years ago. She's smitten with this guy who is trying to marry her.
How about Old-Fashioned Feeling?
Old-Fashioned Feeling. I don't know the song, but that would work. What else do we have to work with?
Let's see here. Take Her Off Your Hands?
Well, that's the problem. The people don't want anybody to take Grandma off their hands.
This Old Heart.
This Old Heart, it's still working.
It is.
For now.
So is everything else.
For now. Well, we think.
Well, apparently it is.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible because Grandma's been getting lucky.
If she's smitten.
It's the Get Lucky Tour.
There you go.
Yes.
I don't know. I'd have to look at a couple of others. This Old Heart, I said that one already, right? I don't know. Make a Little?
Make a little what?
A whoopee?
What? Make a little what?
A whoopee?
What?
See, you're too young to remember the old Newlywed Game. Bob Eubank used to be the host of that thing.
Well, Grandma used to like that show,
right,
I'm sure.
And he was always saying, making whoopee.
Look, I did minor league hockey with the San Antonio Iguanas, and we used to play the Making Whoopee.
Making Whoopee.
Apparently it's a leaf. Burnout. Oh, cheating songs.
Well, she's not cheating.
No. They got a song called Make a Little. They got a song called Playboys. More than a fever, put the hurt on me.
Okay.
Oh, Grandma, put the hurt on me.
Wait. This is one that because the person that we're talking about, whose grandmother this is, was talking about rodeo. Electric rodeo.
Oh, that move?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
Her sister would not be a fan of that one. Not at all. At least you cried. Lucky Sometimes is the name of a song from Midland. 14 gears.
Wow.
Apparently this scammer dude, we'll just call him Bob. I don't know how many gears he has, but how about this song from Midland?
I hope he has one.
I love you, goodbye. Let's figure out a way to give these away. Hey, Steven, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
What's up, Blitz?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, dude.
All right, Steven, we're giving away Midland tickets. Have you been following throughout the show? We've been talking about one of our co-workers' grandmas who apparently is smitten with a dude, and the family feels like he's scamming because now he's just trying to get married to Grandma more than just have some fun.
No, I just hopping in the truck. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, we have no idea either. It's also Talk Like a Pirate Day, but we were going to get somebody to do this while talking like a pirate, and I can already – Steven, appreciate you, man, but you've got no chance at winning this. Hey, Pablo, you're on the Blitz. What's up?
How you doing?
Pablo, you realize when you call a radio station, you got to turn it down for a little bit, right?
Oh, yes, I just did right now.
All right, brother.
Because that echo in my ear was not fun.
Sorry about that.
All right. Pablo, are you following along with the grandma story that we're dealing with?
I did a little bit earlier. I stopped for a little while. I just got back on the radio.
All right. In your best pirate voice, give us an idea of how you would talk to this guy named Bob using a Midland song title to win tickets to go see Midland.
Oh,
Pablo just bailed.
He just bailed out.
Bailed.
Wow.
Which is what the family is hoping Bob will do. Just bail, eject. Let's see. Hey, John, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good. How are you, man?
Doing good.
Do you have a good pirate voice?
I don't know.
No, you don't, but that's all right.
Neither does Joe. That doesn't stop him. I know I don't. I'm not even going to try. In a good pirate voice, give us a Midland song that would make sense for the dilemma that our coworker has with her grandma.
Okay, so pirate song. Okay, adios, cowboy.
That's not bad.
That's not. We'll put you on hold.
Yeah, stay on hold, Joe.
I don't know. Where's the hold button on this phone? I don't know if that's a Midland song title.
Oh, it's got to be a Midland song title.
Well, I think I said that.
Okay.
But close enough because I don't know any songs by Midland other than Drinking Problems, so you can lie to me here and get away with it.
Rodeo.
Ruben, Ruben, you're on the Blitz. What's up? Ruben?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
All right. In your best pirate voice, give us a Midland song that would work well with our coworkers' grandma sexcapades.
I got a drinking problem.
What the heck? That sounded like the drunk living under the bridge down there.
Are pirates not drunks?
Well, sure they are.
I mean, was that better than John, or does Ruben? Do we hang up on Ruben, or do we put him on hold?
Poor Ruben. I think Ruben's already indulged a little.
All right, nice try, Ruben. Apparently, "Adios Cowboy" is a Midland song. All right, John, you're still on hold. Anthony, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
What do you got for us, Anthony? Midland song in a pirate voice.
And it has to deal with the grandma, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the coworker trying to get rid of the guy that's having way too much sex with her grandma. Trying to get married now.
You better put out that cigarette there, or you'll burn out, old lady.
That's a Midland song.
I think I saw. Is that a Midland song?
Yeah, burnt. Well,
yeah, that is.
At the end, he got there.
Hey, dude,
Put it that way.
I have no idea on this one. This is where the country fan Joe is going to be the final call.
Arr.
All right, let's see. You know, it's weird since we're talking about all this. We got way too many Johns on hold right now. I think it was line 3. John, you're up. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Turn your radio down, John.
We're just moving on at this point. Mike, you're on the Blitz. What's going on?
How you doing, fellas?
All right, good.
I got a song that's a Midland song. It's called Fast Hearts in Slow Towns. R.
Dude, that's all you have.
Dude, I don't know. It made us both laugh. So, Mike, hang on.
Yeah.
We'll do one more before we get to break. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys is going to join this mess in about 17 minutes from right now. Vinny, you're up. What's up, man?
Hey, man. So I'm going to go from the perspective of the grandma. Ira voice.
Okay.
I only be lonely for you only, lad.
That's pretty good.
I like
pretty good.
that one. All right.
Nice.
All right, so we got this doesn't matter to you guys, but this is code for us. I think 3 or 1.
3.
3.
Yeah.
3. All right. Hey, congratulations, Vinny. You are going to go see Midland at the Get Lucky Tour Saturday, November 2nd at the Boeing Center at Techport. We've got more tickets to give away throughout the week. If you don't win the tickets, buy them at BoeingCenterTechport.com. As mentioned, Stephen Jones will join us at 4:30 this afternoon. The UTSA Roadrunners are going to unveil something new at their game Saturday. We'll talk about it coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, have you called Connecticut Quality Water Systems yet to get your 90-day trial? Well, if you haven't, you should. Connecticut Quality Water Softeners are the best. They've been serving San Antonio and South Texas for over 50 years. I've got one in my house, and I tell you what, when they put it in, I was a skeptic. I didn't think there's no way this is any better than anything else. But I tell you what, I'm a true believer now. It is. It is the best in the business by far, no comparison. And you know as well as I do in San Antonio and South Texas, you got to have a water softener. The water is so hard, it does all kinds of damage to your appliances, your clothes, your skin, your hair, all of that kind of stuff. And Connecticut is the best. What I like about it the best is you don't plug it in. You don't plug it in. It doesn't run on electricity. So obviously there's no increase to your electric bill. And it just provides water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's all it does. And good water, that's for sure. I told you about the 90-day trial. Let me tell you again. At Connecticut Quality Water Softeners, they will install a Connecticut water softener in your home for 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. Did you hear that? 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. If you don't like it after those 90 days, well, they'll come take it out and you won't pay them a dime. But I guarantee you'll wrestle somebody to make sure that that thing stays in your house. So get the process started. Why don't you do it right now? 656-PURE, 656-7873, or ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle. Why don't you sing it with me? It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE. Connecticut.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Monday, September 30th at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Fall Golf Classic, benefiting San Antonio sports, is presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, sponsored in part by Jim Beam, PPL Motorhomes, Flight by Yingling, Tomalitos Mexican Restaurant. The Fall Golf Classic, happening Monday, September 30th. Sign up now at SASportsStar.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown, and he throws a block, and his teammate scores instead. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Make the Break Room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. The brand new Break Room has 17 TVs, brand new pool tables, dartboards, and even a putting green outside to enjoy while watching the games and hanging with friends. And the kitchen is always open during games. More than your average neighborhood bar, check out the Break Room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the Break Room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events. The Break Room, 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak.
How about them Cowboys? Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. We rise as one in Texas in handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam highballs on game day in Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024 James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
This is Rob Thompson from my good friends over at Tri-County Meat Market. You've heard me talk about great deals over and over, and there is no better deal in all of San Antonio than the 5 for 30. 5 items in a bag. You walk out of Tri-County with 2, maybe 3 meals in your bag. No better deal to be found either on Ralph Fair or out on Evener. Tri-County Meat has everything to up your grilling game, and 5 for 30, go pick that up and come by and thank me later. Tri-County Meat Market.
It's Ewald Kubota's summer sales event, and now's the time to beat the heat with cool pricing. Like up to $4,000 off on the Kubota SVL 97, or take 0 down, 0 APR for 36 months, plus an additional Ewald discount of $500. The Kubota SVL 97 is one tough track loader, built to handle rugged terrain, all in the comfort of an AC cab. Come to any of our 11 locations and beat the heat during the Ewald Kubota's summer sales event.
Now through September 30th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or e-gift card. Download the free Upside app now and use promo code RADIO for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. That's promo code RADIO.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies take on the Bowling Green Falcons, presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's get wild.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on YouTube. Subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along on a Thursday afternoon.
Yes, we are. Thank you for joining us. However you're doing that, we appreciate it.
Yeah, on all the apps.
Yeah.
SASportsStar.com, radio, Alexa, Siri, you name it. Stephen Jones going to join us in about 10 minutes from right now.
Yep.
The UTSA Roadrunners are back home. Houston Christian coming to town Saturday afternoon, 2:30 in the Dome. Monday, when Jeff Traylor was on with us, as he is every Monday, win or lose, the NIL conversation is always continuing, and he brought up an idea, something that he said he would like to see. You know, kid scores a touchdown, Jumbotron, put up QR code and let people decide if they want to give him money. Well, guess what's going to happen Saturday in the Alamo Dome, and it's a new thing. It's called the NIL Flash Give following touchdowns. So
How about that?
What they are going to do, fans are encouraged to direct their attention to the video boards immediately after each touchdown for the NIL Flash Give, where they can scan the QR code that will be displayed. The linked Runners Gold Bold page will allow UTSA fans to select from the 3 NIL collectives, 2-0 Inspired, City Fans 2-0, and Runners Rising, and then you can sport the program's student athletes that way.
Well, obviously that's not that's something that Coach Traylor has been pushing, and now they're going to get it done. Look, if you want to donate to that particular player or whatever, that hey, more power to you. And I think after somebody scores a touchdown, it's pretty good time to do it.
Well, and again, celebrations are there, and I think what I like about this, and I'm going to the game Saturday, so I'll tell you if I like it or not on Monday. Originally, I thought, or even what Jeff said, kid scores a touchdown, throw his picture up there, his QR code, that could go right to his account, almost like you're passing the bucket at a minor league baseball game.
Yeah.
Don't say tipping, but tipping that particular player. That's what it almost felt like. With the 3 different collectives coming up, I just think that's a great way for fans to know those are UTSA endorsed, if that's the right word, collectives. Those are the 3 very legit ones that work closely with the program. I know 2-0 Inspired is the one that April and Sierra has worked so much with Martin Salinas and some others. But I do think for a very casual fan, if you're not sure where to give, and is this one legit or not legit, that's a good way because you know how those 3 work. And from there, when you go to those sites, you can give to specific sports and or specific players.
And they don't care how much it is, right?
No.
I mean, you can give any amount. It doesn't have to be a large amount. It can be whatever you want. Can be a large amount if you want to do that too.
Well,
but
they need it to be large.
Well, sure.
But every little bit helps.
I agree, and I think this is a great way to get that done. If you're in the Dome, you're happy that UTSA just scored, and you want to give a little tip or whatever it is, it's his name and image are going to be, and likeness are going to be up on the big screen. So you're given to NIL.
See, and that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, like, if Owen runs in a touchdown, does his picture go up and there's the code, or if it's just here is the NIL flash give with the fancy logo, and you get to that page that will then direct you to the 3. I like it. It's the next step. It's college football where we are right now.
Well, you see a lot of these colleges, these schools doing stuff that is out of the box.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
So good for them.
Exactly. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, have you made your golf plans this weekend? It's going to be a beautiful weekend, by the way. Make your golf plans. Do it now at golfclubtexas.com. Head out to the Golf Club of Texas. Make your tee time early. That way you can stick around at the Tin Cup restaurant and watch the games. You ought to make the Golf Club of Texas your football watching headquarters anyway. It's a great place to go out and watch some football, like tonight's game. You get out there tonight, they're going to stay open until that game ends. So you don't have to worry about the game being in the fourth quarter and they say, well, it's closing time. They're not going to do that. They won't do it on Thursday night, Sunday night, or Monday night. They're going to stay open as long as the game goes on out there. So you don't have to worry about being interrupted during your game watching experience. And it's a great place. The food out there is fantastic. They've got a great bar out there. The drinks are cold. They can make you anything that you want. It's just a great place to go to watch a game. But I'm telling you, if you're going to play golf out at the Golf Club of Texas this weekend, try to make your tee time as early as possible. Then just hang around all day and get all the football that you can handle. The Golf Club of Texas is not a private club, but it certainly feels like a country club. It's open to the public 7 days a week, offers some of the best course conditions in town with the friendliest staff. It is a great place, and it should be your place to watch football, whether that's college or the NFL. And you know where it is? It's right there off Briggs Ranch Road, off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the Tin Cup, around with your buddies, your next tournament, go check them out. Best rates always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Get here early. Mike McCarthy will be here at 6:45.
Who took away the win in Thursday Night Football and who's going to win this weekend? It's a Football Friday, a football extravaganza right here on the Morning Huddle.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
George gets justice.
At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, our motto is simple. George gets justice. But what does that mean for you? It means you get an award-winning team of attorneys who will fight for everything taken from you so that you can get back to what matters in life. When we say George gets justice, it's just not a motto. It's a commitment to you. Call us at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice.
George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas, exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Testosterone plays a significant role in regulating fat metabolism and distribution in the body. It also helps to reduce serious health risks down the line. I'm Manny with Rock's Discount Vitamins, and we carry the highest quality natural testosterone boosters on the market. It immediately provides you with more energy, increased libido, increased metabolism, and improves your mood. With 11 San Antonio area locations, find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. That's rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for all the support.
The UTSA Roadrunners are back home in the Alamo Dome this Saturday against Houston Christian. It's the UTSA Roadrunners Hispanic Heritage Game and Salute to First Responders Game. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join the fun as we cheer on our UTSA Roadrunners to victory. Tickets start at just $21. It's our UTSA Roadrunners hosting the Houston Christian Huskies this Saturday in the Dome. Kickoff is at 2:30. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football. It's more than a game. It's an experience.
What's on? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Along with Joe Reinagel, I'm Jason Minix. Stephen Jones, Vice President of the Dallas Cowboys, joining us here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Stephen, I know last week, obviously, an ugly game, tough one at home. The comments Micah Parsons made after about lack of effort, and even yesterday saying all 11 have to want it the same. From your seat, does that concern you, hearing a player call out effort?
Well, I don't know that I agree with Micah. Of course, we watched the tape, and, I think what was lacking there more was just, the run fits and, playing the techniques the right way versus, the effort. And I think obviously, if you've got guys who aren't giving effort, that's going to jump out, and you're going to do something about that. I mean, there's no place in the NFL, no place on our football team for somebody who doesn't want to give the effort. I mean, I get, there's degrees of giving great effort and good effort, but I can't say that I totally agree with Mike. I understand where he's coming from. He's wanting to get everybody focused and on edge, and I will say this: in this league, if you don't have an edge, your top edge when you go into a game, you can have something happen to you like happened to us. We never saw that coming, and that was just as sound a butt kicking as you'll get. And unfortunately we've all been a part of that. It can happen in the NFL, and we never saw it coming. But it's something that's unacceptable in terms of what Coach McCarthy, what his staff wants, what our players want, and I think we'll see a different football team when we line up against the Ravens. Now, this will be no easy task. I mean, these Ravens are a great football team, great organization, and this is going to be a tough one.
Stephen, when you hear, though, Micah say that, and even though you don't agree with him, I hear it as maybe he's trying to be a leader of that defense, perhaps, maybe fire up the guys a little bit, motivate them. Do you see that the same way?
Yeah, I think guys are, obviously, no one thinks that, at the end of the day, as much as hats off to the Saints for what they got done against us last Sunday. I mean, you give them all the credit. But, at the end of the day, I know no one on our football team wants to accept that's Cowboys, the type of Cowboys football we want to play. And I agree with you. I think it's just everybody has their own way of, how you're going to motivate, whether you're an owner, whether you're a coach, whether you're a player. Everybody has their way of, how they want to come in and make. And obviously Micah, with his play on the field, has earned the right to speak. And everybody has a lot of respect for Micah. And, he's one of the great players in the NFL. And but everybody has their way of communicating.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. A lot of fans, a lot of media very concerned with the running back room that you guys have. But all the messaging from the Cowboys front office and coaching staff is you guys are happy with what you're seeing in the running back room. Can you kind of tell us what you guys are seeing and discussing that is different from what the fans are?
Well, first of all, you get a game like we were involved in, and it's hard to judge a running game when you're playing from behind the whole game. And, most of the time, more than one score, you're 2 and 3 scores behind most of the game. And so it's hard to really get into any type of rhythm running the football when you gotta grind it out, unfortunately, and you're putting the ball in there more than you want to, and the run pass mix is certainly not what you want, and it's hard to get into any type of rhythm running the football. So it's tough to judge the group off of a game like that. But the first game, I thought we did a really nice job. Zeke brings the physicality. Rico's obviously got some jumping juice, and certainly we're giving Deuce his opportunities as well. So I just think it's unfair, through two football games in this league to judge anything holistically.
Well, Stephen, that brings up Dalvin Cook. Is there any plans to bring him up anytime soon to make him a part of that running back room as far as getting on the field?
Obviously, you don't bring a player like Dalvin Cook in, and Mike Zimmer had, a great run with him in Minnesota in terms of what he brought to the table there. We've got good insight into what he's all about, but you don't bring a player like that onto your team if you don't think there's not a possibility that he's going to help you at some point. Now, timing-wise, that'll be up to our coaching staff and kind of how things play out, injuries, et cetera, in terms of when Dalvin gets a shot. But we didn't bring him in here, obviously, a veteran-type player. He's not there to be developed. He's there to be somebody who can ultimately help you, and we'll continue to evaluate him and our situation.
Good deal. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Hopefully this weekend is a far better result than what we saw last weekend there at AT&T Stadium. Good luck on Sunday.
Absolutely. Always great being on with you guys, and going to be a tough game, but we're looking forward to it.
Good deal. Appreciate it. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Heard from Stephen. Let's hear from you. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. On Twitter, at Joe Reinigle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix. The station, at SA Sports Star. If you're watching on YouTube, you can comment there. Fair statement. too soon, 2 games to judge the running back room, especially with the way Game 2 went?
Well, and I think he makes a good point. I think we could all see that. I mean, when you fall behind the way the Cowboys did, it's kind of hard to run the football. But, we've gotten so many different answers there, right? When you hear Jerry talk or Mike McCarthy talk, well, it just hasn't been enough opportunities yet. For whatever reason, the Cowboys are sold on Zeke and Rico and Deuce Vaughn. And they're going to give those 3 guys an opportunity to see what they can do. Hopefully they will get an opportunity to run the football a little bit more this week. But it's interesting, depending on who you talk to within that organization, the reasons that they give for not having more production from that running back room.
And he really didn't answer the question I had, because what are you guys seeing in talking about that the rest of us aren't seeing? Although the great Emmitt Smith was on with Kay Adams on Up and Adams, and he is not overly concerned about the Cowboys' rushing game at this point.
I don't have a concern. I mean, my concern is the commitment to doing it and doing it on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest concern. And getting somebody down the field, having somebody come out and run a 4-2, blow the top of the defense wide open, go down the field a little bit more. We didn't do hardly any of that this past week. We tried a couple times. We probably got 1 or 2 of those completions, but we need some more explosive plays down the field.
Well, you look at that too. Maybe the Cowboys want to use that Mel Kiper situation to get rid of the 2 safeties over the top, and that's a problem. But again, it goes to that somebody else has got to step up. And the running back room, if Emmitt's not worried about it, maybe we shouldn't be either, but they need to use it more is his point. But the other thing is, the only guy they have that can get over the top at this point in time or that showed any ability to do that is C.D. Lamb. Somebody else has got to step up.
Well, I mean, we're 2 games in, and let's be fair. Brandon Cooks is one that can get over the top. The Jalen's, both of them, Brooks and Tolbert, have speed. So is it more of an issue on the offensive line and protection to allow those long plays to develop? Can that offensive line hold up long enough for those guys to get downfield before Dak is knocked out of the pocket? Or do they need to put him on the move a little bit, which we've seen them do at times? You know, the young offensive line, and I see one of the comments there on YouTube, do you think they're having issues with the offensive line? It doesn't look like it, but probably. And I say that, I don't know enough about watching offensive line play to say whether it's good or bad unless your quarterback is getting hit on every play. But I look at the plays that are being called are quick plays to get the ball out of Dak's hands fast. You do that to help out an offensive line, which means those long, explosive downfield plays aren't there because those are plays that take longer, and they're doing everything underneath and quick. Now, is that because of the offensive line, or is that because of the way the Saints were playing defense? They kept everything short and underneath.
They obviously did that, and they're laser focused on C.D. Lamb, which every team is going to be laser focused on C.D. Lamb. Luckily, it looks like Jake Ferguson will be back. That will help the Cowboys offense when it comes to that. Somebody else that they've got to worry about. But I was very impressed with Mike McCarthy's game plan against the Cleveland Browns because Dak wasn't just sitting in the pocket. They had him moving around. They had him rolling out. And Myles Garrett was a big reason for that.
Yeah, run away from that guy.
Right, but why not do that all the time if there is an issue and it takes some of the pressure off of those young offensive linemen? Have Dak move in the pocket, have him roll out and make those throws. And that's going to buy you some time as well for a CD or a Brandon Cooks or one of the Jalen's to get downfield. So, look, that we knew they were going to have issues with that offensive line. It's just a matter of, you just look at it. There's a couple of rookies there. They need some time. So move Dak, make Dak mobile. He can do that.
He can. And again, I think the other part of it too, game 1 to game 2, first half Cowboys offense, and you credited Mike McCarthy with calling such a great game in the first half. Second half, the offense struggled, a lot of 3-and-outs, but I kind of felt like they were in a very conservative mode, knowing that they had that game won. but you saw what happened in Game 2 against the Saints. And give the Saints credit, but what's the common denominator between the second half of the Cleveland game and the Saints game was no Jake Ferguson. And with no Jake Ferguson and no real passing threat out of the tight end position, although Schoonmaker did catch 6 passes on 6 targets, but did that allow the Saints defense to focus a little bit more on CD, bring a linebacker in, and not have to spend as much time worried about the threat of the other big weapon that the Cowboys have offensively, and that's Jake Ferguson? Did we see in the second half of the Cleveland game and an entire Saints game the importance of one Ferguson?
Absolutely. I don't think we can underscore that enough.
I know you're going to say
that.
Well,
I'm just saying. I mean, and it's not because I'm saying it. It's because the guy's earned it.
Yeah,
he's earned it. He's
yeah, baby.
Absolutely.
That's Joe's guy.
I just like being right. So
yeah.
that's
Dude, if he had an NIL fund with a QR code, you'd be broke.
He doesn't need my money. He's got enough of his own, and we'll be making enough.
He needs more.
He'll get that. There's no doubt about it. Look, Cowboys cannot fall behind. That's the issue. This particular team, you can say what you want. That offense is not near as explosive as it was last year. And you can say, and there's reasons for that, offensive line, running game, whatever. The receivers not doing what they're supposed to, the focus on CD, whatever you want to say, it just does not appear to be as explosive as it was last year. They can't fall behind. That's why I think that defense has got to step up, keep the Cowboys in the game, keep them within shouting distance, because if they fall down double digits, I just don't have any confidence that they can come back and respond to that.
You know, it's interesting because you talk about falling down double digits. A week ago, the big bad Baltimore Ravens had a 10-point lead on the Raiders.
Yep.
And Garner Minshew went wazoo Garner Minshew. In fact, I saw something, I don't know if it's true or not because it was the internet, but apparently Devontae Adams went to him and said, "We need Washington State Garner," and he delivered. Grew a mustache and everything. I don't know. But he played different because that's a team like Dallas not looking like they're built to play from behind.
Right.
Get a lead, you're going to hold the lead. And I come back to one of the reasons defenses can do this, one of the reasons why I don't think the Cowboys have the ability to come back in games is they don't have the threat of a real run game. I mean, Zeke is a short yardage banger type. Rico hasn't proven to be a big play, explosive type running back. We might see that. And there is a reason they have kept Rico around for as many years as they have, because there's something there if he can stay healthy. With Tony Pollard, you had that home run threat out of the backfield. You knew it, and teams had to respect it. Right now, it doesn't look like teams are respecting the Dallas Cowboys run game.
Well,
and Dalvin Cook doesn't fix that.
Well, it's a good point. Well, it can't hurt, though. I mean, it can't hurt. That's what I'm saying.
But do you look at Dalvin Cook and look at him as the home run hitter that he was?
No, I don't. And again, we can go back in time and talk about why the Cowboys didn't do more to address that position than they did. They're in love with Zeke Elliott. R.J. Ochoa said as much yesterday when he joined us here on the Blitz. It's like if you're in the club with Jerry Jones, then you're going to get every opportunity, and obviously Zeke is in that club. Look, I will say this, though, and I think that when we first saw this game on the schedule, you're thinking Baltimore, big bad Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, yada, yada, yada. But I'm not sold on their defense at all. I mean, look, they played Kansas City a great game. They did, and they got beat. They had a lead against the Raiders. They got beat. I'm not sure that secondary is up to the challenge. And if Dak and CD and anybody else you want to mention, Jake Ferguson or the Brandon Cooks or one of the Jalens, is going to get off, I think this is going to be a good opportunity for them to do that. So they've got to take advantage of it. I'm just not sure how good Baltimore is. I'll be totally honest with you. They've got a great quarterback, obviously an MVP, but after that, I'm not sure exactly how good that football team is.
You know, I think they still have a chance to be really, really, really good. Like Super Bowl, hoist a trophy, good. But they've got some early season issues. I don't know what the panic level is in Baltimore being 0-2, just like I don't think there's a panic level with the Cincinnati Bengals at 0-2. There feels like a panic level with the 1-1 Cowboys because of the way they were dominated at home by the New Orleans Saints team. A Saints team that might prove to be far better than any of us thought they were going to be coming into the season. And every year there's always that surprise team that seemingly comes out of nowhere. It could be New Orleans this year, so at the end of the year you might look at that and say, yeah, that was a quality loss, whatever that means. But coming in, you look at this week's game, and if you did the whole win-loss thing before the start of the season, you probably would have put this game as a loss.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm looking at the way Baltimore has played. I'm looking at the way the Cowboys played last week. I hope that it's been a surly week up there at the Star. I hope you get a grumpy-ass Mike McCarthy on with Rob and AJ tomorrow morning on the Morning Huddle, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. Because I want them to feel I just hope to see angry. You know, yesterday you mentioned our conversation with RJ Ochoa, which you can see all kinds of different clips, the audio vault online. Go watch the YouTube clips. He questioned their toughness. Mm-hmm. You punch them in the mouth, they don't get up. And RJ isn't the only one. And you look at things that Micah Parsons has said this week. Stephen Jones can come on here and say he disagrees with his assessment, but Micah Parsons has questioned effort. Everybody needs to be on the same page. You get other people talking about how tough they are. In that locker room, they are looking at each other and hopefully talking about, we've got to go prove all these SOBs wrong. Micah uses the term, it is a prove-it game.
Yeah, I think the mentality is to bounce back, stop this run, and, show people that, you can't stop the run. I think it's definitely a prove-it game when you get a game like this back-to-back.
All that sounds great.
It does.
All of that sounds fantastic. Cowboys haven't been able to stop the run in 3 years.
Has it been that long? It's been longer than that.
It may be longer than that.
Maybe 5.
So I don't know why
8,
one game from another.
41.
But the problem is, they got their ass kicked against Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't learn from that. They didn't step up. The next game at home wasn't a prove-it game. And then they got their ass kicked by the Saints. Look, I don't know if it's a mentality, if it's a culture, whatever you want to say, but there's an issue in Dallas, and I'm just not sure it's a week-to-week fix. They may prove me wrong. They may come out and dominate Baltimore, and everything will be hunky-dory again as they go to the New York Giants on Thursday.
Well, and again, you look at it, you go, why? Because we've seen the Cowboys play. Well, stopping the run is an issue. But what was the problem last week? And internally, do they feel like they're fixable? Internally, now Mozzie Smith missed practice again today. Mozzie Smith is a big body that doesn't do much, but I like Mozzie Smith in the middle just because, he does get in the way at 300 and whatever pounds, right? You don't see Mozzie Smith getting moved back a lot. I saw a video of Jordan Phillips getting pushed all the way back into the end zone as Alvin Kamara went untouched. What did New Orleans have, 100 and some odd yards before contact in the run game?
Yes.
Just unacceptable numbers for an NFL team. So you think about their pride, and so that's where I think the prove it is. Like this week, extra focus. But I don't know, you're pro athletes. Don't you have focus and effort? If you're loafing, if you're not giving effort on the majority of the plays, am I naive to think that guys don't take plays off? No. I know that happens, but not 4 quarters off. And that's what it felt like. It felt like once they got kicked in the nuts, they never tried.
They didn't.
They were down and they went through the motions.
And that is accurate. I love Stephen Jones when he joined us a few minutes ago, and hope you didn't miss that. But he said, look, if we find a player not giving effort, he's going to pay for that. I hope he's accurate on that.
Yeah.
And you have to believe him. But look, there were players, and maybe that's what happened to the guy they put on IR with a sprained wrist or whatever the case may be. The guy they just traded for, was it Phillips?
Well, yeah.
So he's gone on IR, not going to play because out of all of that, I saw him not giving effort.
There's too many clips of him getting either lack of effort or just flat getting beat and pushed around and pushed back. His wrist injury, I know he had surgery on it. I don't want to question whether it's really hurt or not, but come on, dude. I feel like that might be you've been put in timeout.
You're a defensive lineman. I don't really think your wrist is that big of a problem, is it? I don't know.
You use your
put
hands.
That big club on there like they do with the.
We've seen people out there play with broken bones.
Exactly.
That's why I think you're on IR because of your wrist. It's sprained. My ass.
Yeah.
You sucked in this game, and they can't cut you yet, well, they could. But they don't know if they have anybody better.
They just traded for the guy, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Baltimore's not that good, but Baltimore's going to come in a desperate team.
Well, that's it.
They are, and the difference between Baltimore and Cincinnati this week: the Ravens have the Cowboys, the Bengals have the Commanders.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there's a huge difference in the amount. I think the Bengals will probably snap their losing streak. Baltimore, they're going to have a little harder test.
Wow.
Harder test. Just because I don't think their defense is all that great.
You can listen to the Cowboys and Ravens Sunday afternoon here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. Pre-game is when? 2:30. Kickoff at 3:25. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota. Brad Sham. There's a great Twitter thread out there about the despondence of Brad Sham during that Saints game. The enthusiasm in the first quarter versus the end. It's entertaining.
He gets pissed.
Oh, my God. He's one of us. He wears it on his sleeve. Like, turn your TV down and listen to 94.1 and the great calls of one Brad Sham. A test of professionalism that he doesn't say words every week on the radio that would get him fired. That's one of the – look, 4 hours every day for Ryan Eagle is tough. For me, it's tough not to let certain things slip, especially when you're talking about, like, the Dallas Cowboys and how much they piss you off, right?
Yes.
Imagine you're doing play-by-play and you're a fan. And you see some of the most bonehead, but Brad Sham calls it like he sees it. That's what I love about him.
He does, and it's entertaining. Either way, because he'll get excited when the Cowboys are doing well, and he gets very frustrated when they don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's more fun, obviously, as a listener.
For you.
No.
Who are laughing when things are going bad for the Cowboys because I'm going to get myself fired.
Now, I did laugh at the Green Bay game, just kind of giggled. This one, I was just like, dude,
I saw your video on SA Sports Star's Instagram, at SA Sports Star, trying to be all Stephen A. with your fake laugh.
There was no Stephen A.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't laughing. I was saying there was deja vu.
Here we go again. I saw the video.
Well, I don't know what video you saw. It wasn't me.
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah, no.
That was you.
Go to our Instagram feed and see that Minix is obviously clearly lying.
Clearly lying. Yeah, please
so.
go watch that and then comment if Joe's not laughing. If that just doesn't look like a knockoff Stephen A. Here we go.
It was deja vu. Deja vu all over again.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't do Stephen A.
Well,
Stephen A. can laugh. He can have his fun. I don't do Stephen A. I cover the Dallas Cowboys for a living.
Yeah.
Have been doing it for
Cowboys
a long time.
Have made that man a lot more money than they've made you, and we're all doing well.
My point is that the Cowboys are good for business, win, lose, or draw. And so, in that respect, I love them.
We get to suck on that all week.
And they have been sucking hard.
All week
long.
John McClain will join us. Texans with a big one. Justin Jefferson will play this week. We'll talk some of that, but more about the Hall of Fame nominations. The first-time list came out yesterday. We'll talk about it with the great John McClain, a Hall of Fame voter. He joins us at 5:15. Coming up next, though, where there's smoke, there's fire when it comes to UTSA and the Pac-12. We're talking about it and taking your calls. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. UTSA on Saturday. A lot of tailgating, a lot of fun. Everybody's planning on going to the game. Nobody plans on going to jail, but people get arrested every day for all kinds of reasons. You get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text the word bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you really understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. And trust me, a lot of conditions there. Your best option is AA Best Bail Bonds for stress-free bail bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas. Services nationwide. License number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the Baltimore Ravens at home.
I like this kind of party.
Pregame starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
At Frost, some of our services sound too good to be true. Like the largest ATM network in Texas. Early payday, so direct deposits made to personal checking accounts are available up to 2 days earlier. Having a real live banker to talk to 24/7. Or that time a Frost banker gave a San Antonio restaurant her personal debit card number after a customer's card was mistakenly declined at his business dinner. True story. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
I got my together. I got my together.
I got my together.
Just say it. You can get your shots together too. Your COVID-19 shot and your flu shot at the same visit as recommended by the CDC.
I got my shots together.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both.
Are you getting your together?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
What's better than one win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get one line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 9238 North Loop 1604 West in Bandera Road in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, September 29th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
Hey, football fans, Michael Vick here. I had an advantage. My legs were a weapon. 6,109 rushing yards, still unbeaten records. That's why I bet at BetUS.com. They offer American sports bettors an advantage. The industry's biggest bonus, a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. And get expert picks and predictions on their very own BetUS TV. Take advantage. Join me online at BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. BetUS, where the game begins.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. You know, I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. You know, basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has berry fast melt, cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's time to huddle up and listen close. For 2024, we pay tribute to a true game changer in the world of snacks, the unrivaled, the unbeatable, the pork rind. Yes, it's crunch time, and we're not just talking about the last few nail-biting minutes of the game. We're talking about a snack so audaciously crunchy, it puts those pretentious chips and pretzels to shame. So here's to you, Southern Recipe pork rinds, for being more than just a crunch. Southern Recipe pork rinds. It's crunch time. Find your rind at H-E-B.
The UTSA Roadrunners are back home in the Alamo Dome this Saturday against Houston Christian. It's the UTSA Roadrunners Hispanic Heritage Game and Salute to First Responders Game. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join the fun as we cheer on our UTSA Roadrunners to victory. Tickets start at just $21. It's our UTSA Roadrunners hosting the Houston Christian Huskies this Saturday in the Dome. Kickoff is at 2:30. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football. It's more than a game. It's an experience.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportsstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportsstar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Arch Manning era is beginning at the University of Texas. Well, maybe not, but he is going to start his first career start this Saturday against Louisiana Monroe. Quinn Ewers still banged up a little bit. Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy said CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs limited in practice today, but he's not concerned about their injuries. Texans running back Joe Mixon and Dameon Pierce not at practice today. Cam Akers gets the start if they can't go.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 as San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Hey, Thursday afternoon, we got football tonight.
Yeah, we do.
I'm excited about football.
Could be a good one tonight.
Could
Jets,
be.
Patriots.
Listen to it here on 94.1, brought to you by Fly by Yingling. Make sure you get your picks in for the Pro Football Pick'em Challenge at sasportsstar.com. Weekly winners get that $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. At the end of the year, $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets goes to the grand prize winner.
I hope Alexandra got hers in. She was talking about it earlier on our YouTube channel, and it's almost like she forgot. So, Alexandra, I hope you got your picks in. Get them in if you haven't done it.
Not just you, Alexander, all of you.
Everybody.
All of you. Since we can't win, we want to make sure everybody gets them in there.
I got my picks in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Me too.
All right. What do you got tonight?
I got a rebound from, I already forgot. I think I took the Jets.
Well, how do you forget that?
I did them earlier. Well, because full transparency. I make picks there, and then I'm in my Circa Million contest. I've been looking at those where I've got to make 5, and there's so much there. There's a lot of stress involved with that one. So, but I'm not. I missed the deadline because I'm working, so I didn't get a.
You didn't get it in tonight.
No, so I don't have anything on tonight's game. At least not in the Circa contest.
Well, I picked the Jets to win, but the Patriots to cover.
There you go.
So that's what I did.
There you go.
All right.
So more and more about UTSA in the Pac-12. More and more about what we're hearing about the new Pac-12. Now, this new Pac-12, when it was first talked about a week ago, I was very against the idea of UTSA joining. It feels like more of a lateral move from where they are in the American after they announced that they had taken 4 teams from the Mountain West, because everything still feels West. However, in the last week, a lot of the rumors out there say that the new Pac-12 wants to be basically nationwide. Forget the moniker Pac-12. This isn't going to be a West Coast conference. They want teams from Texas. UTSA is a team that they want. Maybe North Texas. I've seen Texas State. They want there. Tulane, Memphis, South Florida. They want to be across the country with games that would be in every time zone. That's not a bad plan. They want to be the best non-Power 4 conference. Currently, the American has that. Can the Pac-12 build a conference that could take that away, which would help them when it comes to making the 12-team playoff? It could help them, even though they will never be, even though they've got the name Pac-12, the Conference of Champions. That prestige is gone. Cool to say, but it ain't the same, and I think we all know that. The TV money that they say, or according to reports, that they are trying to get seems to be a lot more than what UTSA is currently getting in the American.
I find it funny that the Pac-12 is trying to build a conference by destroying another, because that's basically what they're trying to do.
That's how it works in conference cannibalism.
Well, and I have to believe, and we'll find out in the coming days, weeks as well, if the AAC is going to let the Pac-12 come in and pillage that conference. Now, Jeff Traylor said that he admitted that there's talks between UTSA and the Pac-12.
Well, Dr. Campos is more privy to that information than I am, but her and I have talked quite a bit the last few days about that. And obviously, we're committed to the league we're in, and we're very grateful for the AAC, but we have to listen to people that want to talk to us. And I just think it has to make sense for us. Obviously, geographically, it might not be as aligned as the AAC is, but financially, what does that look like for us? We're a program that's only been playing ball for 13 years. Most of our limitations are strictly just that. We have a booster base that's very loyal. They help us. There's just not a lot of us because we haven't been around very long. So it's the same people always having to do the most. And if you have the ability to go somewhere that can expedite the growth of a 13-year program, you've got to listen to it. So what does that look like for us? The details, one, she'd kill me if I said it. But two, she's got to be the one to decide that. And obviously President Amy, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Right.
And I'm just not for sure what that looks like exactly yet. But I do know that that is a real conversation that's happening as we speak.
Now, you hear that as Coach Traylor says that on the Jeff Traylor radio show. Nate Ryan from Ken's TV pulled that video, posted it, and Adam Rittenberg from ESPN quote tweeted and says, "Rarely do we hear from coaches on the possibility of realignment and the reasons for a potential move while the process is ongoing." Interesting comments here from Jeff Traylor.
Well, admitting that the talks are going on. I mean, I find that fascinating and very transparent of him. But again, I think everybody who's thinking the Pac-12 is the best way to go or stay in the AC, the devil's in the details.
Yep.
It has to make sense, as Traylor just said. And so nobody knows the details other than maybe Lisa Campos. Maybe Jeff Traylor does, and he was going to spill the beans and then didn't. But
I'd get killed.
But again, it has to all make sense. And right now, as we speak, the Pac-12 has just got a plan. There's nothing in place at this point in time other than the teams that they took from the Mountain West Conference. So I know I saw in the report on The Athletic today, Memphis and Tulane are both at this point in time a little skeptical and not overly anxious to get there and make a move. So there's a lot of things to be worked out, even though the Pac-12 wants to go quickly. I just don't think they're going to be able to do that, especially if the AAC puts up any kind of a resistance to them pillaging their conference.
Now, I know it's concept of a plan for the Pac-12, and they've got the 4 top teams from the Mountain West, and it looks like they're going after the 4 top teams in the American to create the best non-power conference out there. They are talking, according to The Athletic and their sources, that they think they can get a TV deal where schools would get between 10 and 15 million. According to reports, the American pays around 7, and UTSA gets less than that because they're still new. Mm-hmm. So if you can get 10 or 15, that's a significant more amount of money. Can the American come up with that? They are also saying that TNT is one of the potential TV partners because they've lost the NBA and they want to get into the college football game. So I can't imagine the Mountain West schools left without believing in the plan. And everything that you're hearing is the Pac-12 wants to move extremely fast, right? And so there's got to be a reason Jeff Traylor was willing to go as far as he did yesterday and not just put it all on Dr. Campos or President Amy. And Teresa Gold, the Pac-12 commissioner, says that Phase 2, which is adding the rest of these teams, they are swinging for the fences.
We're going to swing for the fences, and we're going to do everything we can to make Phase 2 kind of the, cherry on the ice cream, if you will, to kind of finish it out in a really positive way.
And that's great, and she should be saying that.
Yeah.
She should be saying all of that. Yeah, we're swinging for the fences, and we're going for it. Again, if it benefits UTSA, I'm all for it. If it makes them more money, I'm all for it. But I just hope people don't get caught up in the fact that, we're leaving the AAC for the Pac-12. Because the Pac-12 ain't the Pac-12.
Nope.
It's not, and it won't be. So don't get caught up in the big-time name that we're so used to in college football that's been around forever, because it's not the same, and chances are it will never be the same. So if UTSA has dreams and aspirations of maybe getting into a Power 5 conference at some point in time, is this the right move that gets them there faster than if they stay put?
I kind of like the way Jeff Traylor said, people want you, you got to listen.
Sure.
And I appreciate that people want UTSA. As I said a week ago, I'd hold out for the Big 12, or, there's 4 power conferences. There's more movement that's going to happen. There's going to be something that's going to open up. Maybe you go there. Maybe it's not the American, but the ACC. You go from the AAC to the, because if Clemson were to leave, if Florida State were to leave because they're not happy there, that's going to open up some spots. There will be more expansion in the Big 12. But, man, for Jeff Traylor to say that last night, that must be some really good ice cream in that bowl that the UTSA Roadrunners are being talked about right now, to steal the line from Teresa Gold.
Well, the fact that they're talking, I'm not sure. I mean, they're talking. We need to listen to them. That's really all I heard. And I'm not.
You can't get left behind.
Well, yeah, but this is a deal where this was some big breaking news, and it's like, well, they're talking. The fact that he admitted that is fantastic, but okay, they're talking. They'd be stupid not to.
Sure.
So I'm not sure exactly. That doesn't mean anything at this point in time.
It doesn't, but if Jeff Traylor is going to answer that publicly, I think that says a lot. He could have easily poo-pooed the question and moved on, put it off on somebody else. I know he's a very honest guy. At least he is every week when he is on with us, or tries to be as honest as he can be in his position. I just think him talking about it the way he did makes it a story. And it tells me there's a lot more than just smoke there. There's more than that.
They're talking.
They're talking.
So we'll see if it benefits UTSA, I'm all for it. We'll see what happens and what the details are.
John McClain joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, let me tell you about the Big Blind, because they got a bunch of stuff happening this weekend, and it all starts tonight. And they've got their Blitz, their big high-hand Blitz that they call it. We were out there yesterday, and we saw it in action, and it goes hour or every half hour. They pay a high hand, and that is incredible. It can get up as high as $500. That's what they're doing out at the Big Blind. And, again, they're continuing that tonight, continuing it again tomorrow. Tonight, in fact, let me give you an example. They've got $10,600 in the prize pool. That'll tell you everything you need to know, so you can get your share of that. Tomorrow night, $13,000 in the prize pool. Saturday night, $16,200 in the prize pool. And not only that, Saturday, ladies, listen up. Saturday, they've got a deal just for you. 1 o'clock, Saturday afternoon, they're calling it Lady Luck. It is ladies only 3K free roll. Ladies, get out to the big blind Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock because, boy, I tell you what, it is a great place to go see. And the specials and the money that they're offering and throwing out there for you to put in your pocket is just fantastic. The Big Blind is the best poker room in San Antonio. It's not even close. You got to get out there and see it. They've got the great food. They've got a bar out there. The drinks are fantastic. The service is fantastic. And you expect that because it's from the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant. So you know it's going to be good. But so much stuff happening, and it all kicks off tonight. $10,000, $600 at stake tonight. $13,000 on Friday, and then again $16,000 plus on Saturday. But ladies, 1 o'clock, it is ladies only. 1 o'clock Saturday at the Big Blind, and you know exactly where it is. It's right down from the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, right there at 281 and Redland Road.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Monday, September 30th at Olympia Hills Golf Club. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Fall Golf Classic, benefiting San Antonio sports, is presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chungla. Sponsored in part by Jim Beam, PPL Motorhomes, Flight by Yingling, Tomalitos Mexican Restaurant. The Fall Golf Classic, happening Monday, September 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Your neighbors at El Guacamole Mexican Grill on 25020 Blanco Road are ready to serve you breakfast or lunch fresh. Made to order Mexican dishes or cold drinks on tap. Order today or visit El Guacamole Mexican Grill on 25020 Blanco Road.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Connecticut Quality Water Softeners, they are studs of water softeners, that's for sure. Got one in my house, and I tell you what, it is really a game changer. There's no question about it. I didn't think there would be a difference, but there is. Connecticut is absolutely the best. Look, Connecticut's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. Their products are made in America. And you know as well as I do, you live in San Antonio and South Texas, boy, a water softener is a must because the water is hard. It can do a lot of damage. And why not have the best? Give them a call at 656-PURE, 656-7873, because when you do that, they're going to put a Connecticut quality water softener in your home for 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. You heard me right. 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. If you don't like it after 90 days, they'll come take it out. You don't owe them a dime. Call Connecticut. You won't regret it. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or ConnecticutSA.com.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hello,
My name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. Recently, we've all seen advertisements from attorneys here in San Antonio saying their firm does not get paid an attorney fee unless there's a recovery. And maybe you've heard, we don't get paid unless you get paid, or words to that effect. Well, that is what I've been doing for more than 30 years. I honestly did not know that there were attorneys in San Antonio that would represent an injured client and charge a fee if there was no recovery. You see, I practice law with basic principles, one of which is you never need an excuse to do the right thing. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, including a commercial or business vehicle, an 18-wheeler, call me. The phone call and consultation is free. If you hire me, I will not get a fee unless there is a recovery. And this has been true for me and my firm for more than 30 years. My number, 210-900-0400, that's 210-900-0400, or check out my website, alawyerforus.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30, the Aggies take on the Bowling Green Falcons, presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. High school football tomorrow night. Sotomayor. First time I've ever seen them. Against the O'Connor Panthers. Yeah, the Wildcats.
Okay,
Three-year program. Coach Morales over there.
All right.
Was at Holmes and Highlands before that. Should be a fun time tomorrow night. High school football energized by Hill Electric, Frost Bank, and NCE General Contractors Group. Get that Frito pie over at Gus Stadium. Can't wait. Tomorrow night.
It's going to be fun.
Going to be fun. Going to be fun. Is John ready to go, Pledge? All right. We were running a little late.
Oh, yeah.
Pledge called him late. He forgot. I don't know how you forget. It's his favorite segment of the week. John McClain on the Buyers Barricades guest line. John, before we talk about this week's game, it's a big one. I want to go back to the Hall of Fame announcement yesterday, the first time guys that were announced. The amount of people that are still on the list, 167 modern-era players nominated for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2025. What can you guys do as a committee to eliminate some people that you know will never make the Hall of Fame, yet every year their name is on the list?
Because the Hall of Fame allows anybody to nominate. Fans can nominate. You could call in and nominate Pettis Norman if you wanted to, or some obscure cowboy if you wanted to. And that's the problem. I've always disagreed with it, but it's not hard to get that list down. Now they have appointed a committee that's not comprised. This is a change in the bylaws that the Hall of Fame has done this year. They have a committee comprised of Hall of Famers, former players. They're going to get that list down to 50, and then we take over. And I don't know why they felt the need to do that, because it's easy. Just like on the seniors committee and the contributors committee, there's people nominated that have no business having their name in there, but because their, grandkids or somebody nominates them, that get in there, and it's ridiculous. And I know initially, and I thought this was bad. That original list comes out, and you see all the names on there, and they actually would get in their local newspapers and on talk shows. Oh, so-and-so has been nominated for the Hall of Fame. Not understanding grandma, grandson can nominate you, but that's been the process for a long time, and it's not difficult to get the list to 25 semifinalists. It's difficult to get it to the 15 finalists and to get the list that goes into the Hall of Fame.
Well, John, that's interesting because, and obviously when you look at that and you get it down to wherever you get it down, you start picking who's going to go in there. How many of the first-timers do you look at, and then do you go back into the lists and look at people, or do you have somebody in mind? How does that all work?
Well, there's some that are automatically back on the ballot, And then there's if there's people that were nominated the year before, and nobody nominates them again, anybody can do it. I could do it. Fans could do it, and it's easy to me to knock off to get the list down to 50, but we don't do that anymore. Then when they get it down to 50, it's not going to be hard to get it down to 25. And I look at first timer, of course, and I'll see some on there. Well, I'll see one or two. I think, okay, he's a first ballot, and he may or may not make it. And then I tend to look at the guys who've been waiting the longest when they get on that list of 25 semifinalists, and I think, well, that guy should have been there. I'm going to vote for him to be a finalist.
John McClain from HoustonTexans.com, as well as a voter for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I think it's the process simple. You watch somebody, Hall of Fame or not, yes. If you got to think about it, probably not. And then I see guys like that create debate like Tony Romo. Tony Romo's not a Hall of Famer. Hell, I don't even know if he deserves a spot in the Cowboys Ring of Honor.
Well, he's not in the Ring of Honor, and I'll be surprised if he ever gets in there. Is Danny White in there? Danny White was better than Tony Romo. They accomplished more with Danny White than they did with Romo, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 3. And Danny White's got a Super Bowl ring. He was the punter on Super Bowl 12.
Well, he led them to some championship. Yeah, I know
3
that.
of them.
So, but you're right. And Tony Romo, I doubt seriously will make the list. He might make the list of 50. They can't blame that on us, the committee. But he's not going to make that list of semifinalists to 25.
Wow. All right, John, let's talk Houston Texans football. Big game this week, obviously, against the Vikings, 2 undefeated teams. My first question is, it looks like Cam Akers is going to be running the football. What are you hearing?
Well, I think it'll be Cam Akers. Cam Akers, who did really well, led him in preseason. We all wanted him to be on number 2 over Dameon Pierce going into the season. Well, now we're going to see Akers. And what we saw of him in the game against the Bears, his fumble, only turnover they've had this season. They're up 19-10, and there's 6:25 left, I believe. And the Texans are 6.5-point favorites. And I'm thinking, man, all those Texans fans that bet on the Texans, they're going to cash in. First and goal at the 4. Akers gets the ball up the middle. Guy grabs his face mask, which was not called, pulled him down and knocked the ball out. He got away with it. It was a good play. So he fumbles, and then they come back and kick a field goal, and it's 6 points. It should have been, should have been 26-10 with 6 minutes left in the game. Instead, it becomes 19-13 a few minutes later, and all those Texans people who bet on them at 6.5 lost, which is one reason I do not bet. And so we will see Akers. The offensive line did not run block well in that game. The Bears had a great defensive plan. Matt Eberflus, the head coach, is a great defensive coordinator. And also, because the Colts were so pathetic in run defense against the Packers, giving up like 230 yards in the first half, that kind of, dampens the Texans' great rushing performance of over 200 yards in the first game, because the Colts, not only are they last in rushing, there's been 2 teams that have allowed an opposing running back to rush for 150 yards. I'm sorry, 1 team. That's the Colts. No other team in the league has allowed opposing running back to run for 150. So Texans run blocking's got to get better, and because it was bad. People tried to say, oh, well, Mixon got hurt. No, it was bad before Mixon got hurt with a hip drop tackle.
John McClain, HoustonTexans.com. Here on the Blitz, you think about defensively for this Texans team. Jefferson, it looks like, will play. The fact that Wade's son, Wes Phillips, is coordinating that Vikings offense, does it feel personal for some deep in Houston?
No, it hadn't been brought up because he doesn't call the plays. All the plays are called by Kevin O'Connell. And it's just like Gary D'Amico Ryan's calls the defenses. Matt Burke, the coordinator, works with him on the game plan. It'll make suggestions during the game, and that's what it is there. And the Texans never beaten the Vikings. They're 0-5. Two of those defeats had historical impacts on this franchise. In 2012, next to last game, Texans were 12-2. All they had to do was beat the Vikings here to clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Best team they've ever had, 2012. They stunk it up and got stomped, and then they lost the next week at Indy. New England got home field advantage. Texans lost in the divisional round at New England. And then in 2020, Texans were 0-3. They play the Vikings here. They get stomped. And Bill O'Brien got fired, so a lot of people would think that was a good defeat. But if they're ever going to beat the Vikings, it needs to be in this one, because if they could start 3-0 for the first time since 2012, they got Jacksonville, which is off to a terrible start, and Buffalo coming in NRG Stadium in back-to-back games.
Wow, that's interesting, especially Buffalo. Stephon Diggs going back to Minnesota. I guess it really doesn't – it's not a big deal necessarily because he was in Buffalo since.
Yeah, he's been gone. He talked his way out of that too. He'll always be looked on fondly there because of the Minneapolis miracle in which he and Case Keenum collaborated on that 60-something yard touchdown pass that beat the Saints, no time left in the NFC divisional round game. And too bad Keenum's not playing. He's on IR. But so I don't think they're going to boo Diggs. Now, the Bills come here. If that game was in Buffalo and they introduced Stephon Diggs, boy, it would be ugly.
Make sure you follow John on Twitter at McClain_on_NFL. John McClain, HoustonTexans.com. Go read his work there. John, appreciate it. Enjoy your football weekend.
Guys, you enjoy it too. I do appreciate coming on with you every week.
Absolutely. The great John McClain, like all our guests, on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Of course, Texans and Vikings on Sunday. Saturday, it's the Roadrunners and the Huskies. UTSA against Houston Christian. We've got a pair of tickets to give away to that game right now. They go to caller number 9 at 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. If you don't win the tickets, buy them. GoUTSA.com. Again, caller 9. You win a pair of tickets to Saturday's UTSA game down in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff is at 2:30. And before you head to the Dome, go by Tri-County Meat Market. Grab some great stuff for your tailgate because, you know, before you fire up that grill, you know that the great meal starts with great meat. Tri-County has everything you need. You're tailgating. You want to do some dogs and burgers, some fajitas, they've got that for you. Ryan Nagel's doing a tri-tip this weekend. Maybe you want to do some ribs, beef ribs, pork ribs, English crosscuts. They have them there. Want to stay home and just have a nice steak, a bone-in ribeye, nice tomahawk. Tri-County has what you need with the quality you expect. You can always take advantage of their Pick 5 special, and Tri-County always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. Two great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, online at TriCountyMeat.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Get here early. Mike McCarthy will be here at 6:45.
Who took away the win in Thursday Night Football and who's going to win this weekend? It's a Football Friday, a football extravaganza right here on the Morning Huddle.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's football season, and you know the best place to watch games is at the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. College, pro, the games are on at the Roo. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, the Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. and also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
Hey, football fans, Michael Vick here. They say I transformed the quarterback position. The fastest ever, the strongest arm, the most rushing yards. They call me a game changer. I say BetUS.com changed the sports betting game. It started 30 years ago with the industry's biggest bonuses, and they haven't stopped. This football season, get a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Join me at BetUS Online Sportsbook and Casino, BetUS, where the game begins.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Testosterone plays a significant role in regulating fat metabolism and distribution in the body. It also helps to reduce serious health risks down the line. I'm Manny with Rock's Discount Vitamins, and we carry the highest quality natural testosterone boosters on the market. It immediately provides you with more energy, increased libido, increased metabolism, and improves your mood. With 11 San Antonio area locations, find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. That's rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for all the support.
Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Time is of the essence with COVID-19. Prescription oral treatment must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Learn more at treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The UTSA Roadrunners are back home in the Alamo Dome this Saturday against Houston Christian. It's the UTSA Roadrunners Hispanic Heritage Game and Salute to First Responders Game. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join the fun as we cheer on our UTSA Roadrunners to victory. Tickets start at just $21. It's our UTSA Roadrunners hosting the Houston Christian Huskies this Saturday in the Dome. Kickoff is at 2:30. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football. It's more than a game. It's an experience.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or e-gift card. Download the free Upside app now and use promo code RADIO for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. That's promo code RADIO. Text KING to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. And they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X absolutely free. Text KING to 42424.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Picks in. Get your picks in. SASportsStar.com for our Pro Football Pick'em Challenge. Again, weekly winners, $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. End of the year, $1,000 worth of tickets to Awesome Tickets for the grand prize winner. We do have Thursday night football tonight. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Dak Prescott talking today. A brutal week, obviously, for the Cowboys. They hear it. Everything that could be said, written negatively, you get your ass kicked at home, you get embarrassed like that, you know what you're in for. And Dak knows what he's in for. Dak, what did Micah call it? A prove it game.
Prove it game.
Yeah, Dak's basically saying don't panic.
we've just got to go out there and play our best. I mean, it's week 3. I mentioned it after the game to you guys, right? It's about a process, and we can't get overwhelmed. We can't get overwhelmed in what people are writing about us. It's simply a process that we've got to focus on getting better each and every day with the right attitude, that we come in here and understand that we're trying to put the best version of ourselves on the field each and every Sunday, regardless of what's happened the last Sunday. It's the NFL.
And I got $231 million guaranteed, so what the hell do I care?
Well, I mean, there is that. No, I mean, he loves it, and he cares and all that. Offense, honestly, last year, Mike McCarthy said very early on it would take 4, 5, 6 weeks to gel. And it did, because it was new. This year, I expected it to kind of hit the ground running, although C.D. Lamb made a comment yesterday about, the timing's off a little bit, because you missed training camp. This isn't your training camp. These are games that count. But Dak says the offense is close.
Yeah, it's close. Definitely we're looking to take that next step. Definitely some plays left out there once again. But at the end of the day, I'm seeing it well. Guys are doing what we're supposed to be doing. We can be better, a little bit better in depth. I can be a little bit more accurate on some throws. We can hold some windows longer. I can anticipate a little bit better, and I think once we get that going a little bit more, I think that's where the red zone would just take off. As I said, we were able to move the ball last week. Touchdowns were the problem. Not getting the touchdowns were the problem, and settling for field goals. So I just think, especially in that red zone, being able to hold those windows, me being able to anticipate, then the touchdowns come, and then we're going to be fine.
Too high safety looks. You're going to be fine. No worries.
I mean, it's a long season, and they have a 24-hour rule. We do not.
Nor does anybody in Dallas media either.
No, nobody in the media does.
No.
Fans don't have a 24-hour rule. I realize you've got to flush it, and you can control it. But what did he say there? What were the problems last year? Red zone.
Yep.
Red zone. Red zone. They settled for field goals. That offense moved the ball well against the Saints. Now, they got into the red zone or even got close. You get near midfield, it feels like, all right, Mike McCarthy, I got 3 in the bag. Let's chill a little bit. But they were bad in the red zone. That's been an issue. Zeke coming back was supposed to fix that. We talked to Stephen Jones here earlier today on the Blitz. We're all concerned about the run game. I am, you are. We talked to R.J. Ochoa yesterday. It seems like any fan. Why are the Cowboys not overly concerned with the run game?
Well, first of all, you get a game like we were involved in, and it's hard to judge a running game when you're playing from behind the whole game. And, most of the time, more than one score. You're 2 and 3 scores behind most of the game. And so it's hard to really get into any type of rhythm running the football when you got to grind it out, unfortunately, and you're putting the ball in there more than you want to, and the run-pass mix is certainly not what you want, and it's hard to get into any type of rhythm running the football. So, it's tough to judge the group off of a game like that. But the first game, I thought we did a really nice job. Zeke brings the physicality. Rico's obviously got some jumping juice, and certainly we're giving Deuce his opportunities as well. So I just think it's unfair, through two football games in this league to judge anything holistically.
Well, I find that hilarious. Zeke brings the physicality, Rico brings the jumping juice, and, Deuce is getting an opportunity.
He is gadget juice.
Deuce.
Yeah, Deuce.
Yeah. So we got jumping juice and gadget juice. And old man juice.
Oh, my goodness. Well, look, if Steven wants to go there, and obviously I agree with him, and when you fall behind, it's tough to establish a running game, but then go out there Sunday and run the football. Run the football. If that's what you need to do, then run the football and do it early and do it often.
Now, one of the things that you look at is Dalvin Cook, who, welcome to Dallas, Dalvin. He found out through the media that he wasn't going to get called up this week. The fact that he's not, Steven didn't really answer the question when he was on with us earlier, and you can hear the whole interview there at sasportstar.com. The idea that they're comfortable, whatever it is they're doing, they are comfortable. Or you would think maybe Dalvin Cook would be brought up this week. There's no panic there, although at some point he does say we will see Dalvin Cook play in an actual Cowboys game.
Obviously, you don't bring a player like Dalvin Cook in, and Mike Zimmer had a great run with him in Minnesota in terms of what he brought to the table there. We've got good insight into what he's all about, but you don't bring a player like that onto your team if you don't think there's not a possibility that he's going to help you at some point. Now, timing-wise, that'll be up to our coaching staff and kind of how things play out, injuries, et cetera, in terms of when Dalvin gets a shot. But we didn't bring him in here, obviously, a veteran-type player. He's not there to be developed. He's there to be somebody who can ultimately help you, and we'll continue to evaluate him and our situation.
Well, I find that funny because Jerry says no. Mike McCarthy yesterday said, well, we're working on it. We want everybody to play. And then you hear Steven there. Obviously, Dalvin Cook is. So I don't know who's making those calls or doing that, if ultimately it's Mike McCarthy's call to make or not. But, I'd rather have Dalvin Cook in there than Deuce Vaughn.
Well, you'd rather have James Pledger in there than Deuce Vaughn.
No, I'm saying Dalvin Cook is an established veteran. I don't think he needs 4 or 5 games to get ready and get this, get this Cowboys system down.
Dalvin Cook does not have.
He is gadget juice.
At least Deuce. I'm going to say this. At least Deuce has home run potential. Deuce, if he gets into the open field, has the speed that could take it to the house. Zeke, not. Dalvin, not. Rico, maybe not. And maybe that's what they are looking at with Deuce Vaughn. And again, I'm grasping at straws but if he gets in space with speed, he's got that big playability. Of all the running backs that the Cowboys have on their roster, he probably has the biggest big play potential, as funny as that sounds.
Yeah, it does sound extremely funny. It's actually hilarious. You have to kind of get through the line first. So
if he gets in space, yet they run him up the middle. But it's hard to find down there.
I just don't want the guy to get killed.
Oh, you don't give a damn about
I do.
his personal
I care
health.
about the guy.
You
What
do
is
not.
He, 4'9"? The guy.
Stop.
Goodness gracious.
Stop.
Poor guy. He's getting his opportunity, though.
He is getting his opportunity.
That's what Steven said. He hasn't nicknamed him yet, but he's getting his opportunity.
He's getting his opportunity. Leave the short guys alone.
Yeah. He's getting his opportunity.
I'm just trying to figure. Again, I don't agree with that. I want to see Dalvin Cook, but why Deuce? That's the only thing I can come up with. In space, he's got, of all the running backs, the most big play potential.
Okay. We'll go with that, Minix.
So you're saying there's a chance.
We'll go with that.
You're saying there's a chance.
That's about as good as I've heard it. So we'll go with that.
There's a lot of you going to say, well, maybe I got a chance this weekend because you're out doing things. Let's see what's happening this weekend. We call it What's on Tap.
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
Sam's Burger Joint. Lots of things going on this weekend there at Sam's Burger Joint. They've got Ryan Montbleu out there tonight. Tomorrow night, Tex Zepp, a tribute to Led Zeppelin. Will Hogue on Saturday, Brandon Santini on Sunday. Next Wednesday, Pat Byrne and Josh Greider. Go to samsburgerjoint.com to get your tickets. You can see their entire calendar as well as their menu.
You want to head out to the Majestic Theater tonight? You got Avatar, The Last Airbender in concert. Boeing Center at Techport has, what is that, Chromeo and the Midnight?
Yeah.
Chromeo and the Midnight, yeah.
Yes.
Vibes Underground has...
Shiny Romeo, I think.
Shiny Romeo?
Why not?
Well, okay.
Chromeo.
I don't know. Vibes Underground, Chernobyl, The Secret. You want to know the secret of Chernobyl. And then LOL Comedy Club has Steve Byrne out there tonight.
The Majestic Theater
Oh, wait a minute. Don't skip Frost Bank Center, pal.
Sesame Street Live.
Oh, my goodness.
Say hello. The Avett brothers are at Whitewater Amphitheater. There's something going on at the Frost Bank Center. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Tobin Center has Jacko Pierce. Kyle Park out at Green Hall. Clay Hollis out at the Bluebonnet Palace.
At the Alamo Dome on Saturday, 2:30 kickoff. The UTSA Roadrunners taking on the Houston Christian Huskies.
There you go. I'm impressed you knew that.
I know, right?
If you know the nickname of Houston Christian, we'll give you a pair of tickets right now. First person that calls in that can say that, 210-656-ESPN.
I just gave it to them.
I got to see if they're paying attention.
All right. Green Hall on Saturday night. Austin Meade is out there. The Avett brothers at the Whitewater Amphitheater. Floors Country Store, Gary Allen's out there. That'll be a good one. Let's see. The Moody Center. Cigarettes After Sex.
There you go.
How about that? On the main stage.
Here we go.
Bluebonnet Palace has Kill 'Em All, a Metallica tribute.
There you go. Metallica announced today they're continuing their never-ending rural tour. One Texas stop, freaking Houston. Next June 14th.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Absolutely. You'll be there.
I'll be there.
Hey, Zubu is at the San Antonio Zoo. Runs through October 31st, by the way. Get on out there and check that out.
Sunday night, the Glass Animals playing out at the Moody Center. Green Hall has something called Honey Luck with Brian Pounds. While Andre 3000 is at ACL Live.
Nice.
I have no idea what's on tap. Brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. They are online at samsburgerjoint.com. You know what else we do every Thursday about this time?
The Blitz wants you to know.
We already did that.
Grilling with the Blitz.
There we go.
Presented by Tri-County Meat Market.
We tell you every week, you know you're grilling. Upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com for your chance to win a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
We got something good on there today. Judging meat, it looks good.
Pork butt.
Yeah.
Awesome pork butt is what
I
Dan
like
titled
big
it.
butts and I cannot lie.
I knew you were going to go there. Took about 6 hours on his Traeger, pulled it at 2:03, let it rest for 3 hours. Your pork butt, Dan, wins yourself a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. If you're doing any grilling this weekend, make sure you upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com. We do have football tonight, Jets and Patriots. Listen to the game here starting at 6:30 right after extra innings with Pledge. So in about 35 minutes, the pregame show, which gives you about, a little more than an hour to get downloaded the Underdog Fantasy app, or maybe you go to underdogfantasy.com and get signed up and start playing the Pick'em game, which is a ton of fun to play every week. You want to get in there. You want to play the Pick'em game. It is fun. You can win real cash money, up to 1,000 times your money, just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite player stats, like touchdowns, passing yards, that sort of thing. Like for me tonight, Aaron Rodgers, higher 20.5 completions. I'll take that one. Jacoby Brissett, would you go higher or lower on 164.5 passing yards? What about receiving yards for Garrett Wilson? Greg Zuerlein, kicking points, higher or lower than 7? Couple of field goals, 2 extra points, you would have that one. You want to win some money? Easy. Go to Underdog Fantasy. Use my promo code STAR when you sign up, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Must be over 18, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org. Get signed up. Promo code STAR.